It's a mediocre time with Tom and Dan.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect our name.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
You crack ass motherfuckers.
O-Town's #1 rock station, Z159 FM.
Right.
Your only home for the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show and Dump 'em Out Fridays.
Oh yeah, a hot tub and mini fridge. Keep me cold and hot.
Call Tom and Dan now. 1-844-TOM and Dan. That's 1-844-TOM, the letter N, Dan. Leave him a message, and you just might hear yourself on the show. 1-844-TOM and DAN. Call them now. Or later.
Oh, I felt freestyle.
Do you want to? You know, this is AI generated G-funk.
Is it?
No bullshit. I made
Really?
this.
I like it though.
It's
kind of funky.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad.
yeah. Ski Torry in the place to be. Got kicked at your mama university. I'm on the MIC with Tony, with Tom and Dan.
1, 2, It's Tony Tone on the microphone, and I'm flowing to this. Not alone, I got to my right, my man Guy Torry. But check it out, don't cross my territory as we flow these rhymes, making it go back and forth and back. Check it out. As
I'm
I go
old
on
school.
attack.
I'm no newbie, but he got moves on Tubi.
as you can tell, we got black guys in the studio today.
Black guys.
Normally you get your normal broke ass white guys. Today we got some black guys
Hold
in
up,
the studio today.
I'm white, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about there, buddy. You're Tom, Dan, whichever one of you are.
All right, I'm Dan, the one with the horrible homeless facial hair. Dan.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Guy Torry's getting younger, Daniel's getting older.
Yeah, I got a hip replacement. I'm trying to look like a man that got his hip replaced.
That was an old conversation.
Look, I got my
Right, it
cane
was.
here.
Oh no, not the cane.
Oh man,
I'm off the cane, but
that's a pimp cane,
my
too,
barber
boy.
gave me that. My barber
He
gave me
slapped
that.
some bitches with that cane.
Yeah, that's a good cane. He hated. I had an old man. I'm setting us up here.
I
Sorry.
mean, what are the percentages that you put Guy Torry and Daniel up and in a poll?
Oh,
and
I'm older all day.
Who's older?
all day.
Yeah, I mean, 100% Dan, right? Like, that one person votes Guy Torry.
Well, Guy just got his knees replaced.
No, I do have plantar fasciitis though.
He got pimp.
All right. You want to start?
Yeah.
Here we go. And 3, 2.
All right, we have Guy Torry and Tony Tone in studio.
You know,
They're
Guy
gonna be
Torry. Sorry, not to interrupt, but Guy Torry. He's been in our studio more than any other guest.
Really?
Yeah.
I just got to point it out. You're the guy.
Wow.
You're our guy. Anyway, but tell everybody where they're going to be because you definitely want to snag your tickets.
at the Funny Bone this weekend, May 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets, OrlandoFunnyBone.com. So, guys, I have to ask you, first, Guy, we just heard that you were in Florida. You flew back to L.A. like, what, yesterday? Or 2 days ago?
Yeah. Tuesday morning, I flew back to L.A., had a show, a Fat Tuesday show Tuesday night, and I turned around
All right,
and flew
and
back
cue
out.
the yard man. And cue the yard man directly behind Guy. Cue
I
him
brought
now.
him with me.
Yeah,
Brought him with you.
So, Guy, how the hell do you keep the schedule up?
Man. Viagra.
Yes. You know, I've never done that. I've never.
Me either, but
Really? I've never used
I
it.
just shoot it in my veins so I can stay up. The whole
I think
body can stay up.
It's not because I'm anti it at all. Like,
Right.
I'm all about doing that, but it scares me.
If you take care of yourself, you won't need that stuff.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I know you
hold
guys
on,
both take
Tony.
care of yourself.
Well, him more than me. I mean, I'm,
Well, so I want, Guy, you work out, right? Regularly or
not
no?
as
He
much
work
as I
outside. He work outside.
I saw you teasing him. I saw you teasing him. It was you hitting the bag, and I screamed to you. I screamed to Tom. I go, this guy's gigantic. And then on the bottom it said, "Where's Guy? Where's Guy Torry?"
Oh yeah.
You're calling him out.
I Peloton.
I Peloton.
all right.
I Peloton.
Yeah.
Well, because to keep up your schedule, it seems to me like you have to be in good shape. I mean, like, just the travel alone
Man.
you've been doing is crazy.
Let me tell you how much I love you guys. Right?
Cocaine.
Because normally we would have done this show tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you all are unavailable, so I had to fly out early, which I don't mind because I love this show so much. And the only flight I could catch, I had to ride. I had to ride coach.
Oh no!
I had to be back there. I had to be back there with the commoners, man.
No.
That's horrible.
No,
I'm a mean person when I have to be with the commoners.
Yeah. Oh, the stinky whites are back there.
Man.
The ones that just
Everybody.
No, but the whites with the screaming babies and they're going to Disney World. You know the ones I'm
the
talking
ones who
about.
walk in the lavatory barefoot.
Yeah.
No socks,
They
no
do take their
shoes, all
shoes
that.
off.
But they're the ones
always.
They're the ones always land on top of the first class though.
Yeah, but why are they always taking their shoes off on the plane? Leave your shoes on.
Man, because their feet swell. Because I take mine off. I have socks on. But I'm not going to the bathroom with barefoot.
Yeah, socks are fine. I give socks a pass. You go to the hospital, they give you grippy socks. That's fine.
That's why I go to the hospital. I only get the socks.
I still wear my grippy
Them
socks.
good
They
socks,
are great
right?
socks, but they're yellow. I don't like I can't
Well,
match
they're
it.
different colors though.
It's
They
hard.
they have purple, they have yellow, they have
like
blue.
like a light blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
You're
a light
listening
blue.
to Senior Citizen Radio.
Well, I'm grippy socks in the morning.
But the just the staying at the hotels and
It beats you up.
Being in airports.
Yeah. With people, with humans.
Yeah.
Right.
Just going through the airport procedures and all that, that's gotta be.
See, that's
rough.
That's the work part. The stage part is easy.
Yeah.
Performing for fans.
Yeah.
That's the easy part. It's the traveling. And Tony doesn't fly. Tony drives everywhere, so he has a different experience.
You drive everywhere, Tony?
My trip here started in Colorado Springs, Colorado this past Sunday.
Oh, man.
And I got here yesterday.
Tell him what you drive.
I'm a single man in a minivan.
I thought you were I thought you were fucking around. Like, I didn't know.
No, he
I
looked
got
like
a
a
2022
pedophile
Chrysler
driving around.
Pacifica.
That's a good ride.
Oh, great ride.
That is a good
ride.
Hey, shout out to the Pacifica guys.
It came with a family already in it.
Well, then why do you drive, Tony?
I just love the drive. There's so much more freedom, a lot of flexibility. Airlines, they nickel and dime you now. I used to fly back in the day.
You did.
Post 9/11, even after 9/11, but it just nickel and dime, and then you're restricted to that ticket.
Yeah.
For me, I like a lot of flexibility. I can always reroute. I can pick up extra shows. Don't have to worry about changing my ticket.
Okay.
Whatever, I can carry what I want at whatever weight I want, as much as I want, whatever. It's a lot of freedom.
He gets the flexibility from his mom.
Oh, see, there you go.
Pretty flexible. She's a very flexible woman.
Does it also allow you to work out or keep a better schedule?
No, you got to do that Russell Wilson on the plane, man. You gotta be running up and down. Right?
Yeah, right. Let's ride.
Let's do it. Freaking everybody out on the plane.
Mac will work out. I got memberships at LA Fitness and Planet Fitness, so I won't miss a beat.
Okay.
Nice.
And, I can always stop, get a workout in, take a shower at the gym, get back in the car and roll out. However, man, I love it, man. I mean, I got an apartment on wheels right now.
Do you like the being alone of driving?
I do.
I do too.
The peaceful, it's just, oh, man, yeah.
I got a little dog. I got a little West Highland Terrier, and I put him in my Tesla. And then I find a destination to go to, and then I just hit the button, and then we just go, and it just drives me there, and we just sit. It's awesome.
First world.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
Great.
It is awesome. Yeah, it's very peaceful. It's
Yeah,
therapy.
it is like
therapeutic.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even listen to anything. I'm just it's just me and me.
Yeah, that's true. You can ride in silence. You're just thinking. Yeah, that's true.
If you do it with somebody else, you ride in silence, you're a weirdo.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, Guy, so this topic came up on the show the other day, and I thought of you, and I knew you were coming in, so I was like, I bet Guy has an interesting perspective on this, and even Tony, you could chime in, because you've been doing stand-up for a long time.
Right.
So we were talking about have audiences changed in the past 10 years, because a lot of we've heard a lot of people talk about post-COVID audiences were a little bit different, which is understandable, but it seems like there's some sort of change where people are like, oh, it used to be different 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
And now it seems like people are talking a lot more or somehow interacting without understanding they're in an audience, with the show, all of a sudden they're just talking back to the performer.
Right.
And then it's distracting everybody.
A real bad one for me at Funny Bone. It was a great show, but Miss Pat had to keep telling everybody to shut the fuck up because people were doing, and it didn't seem malicious. They would be she'd make a joke.
Right.
She'd come back in to hit it again, and then they'd be like, ain't that right?
It's not
and
even
it'd be
heckling.
yo, just, we know, man. You don't need to
Well, that's black. That's black people.
No.
I just
no.
want to say the same thing.
This was all people. Yeah.
We see white people.
But see that's her. You attract people who like you or like your style, or people that are like you. Yeah. I don't have that problem at my show. I mean, every once in a while you get somebody who's drunk and may try to talk back or heckle. But they know not to fuck with me.
Well, it's not really heckling. Like I was at the Ricky Gervais show
it's
in
more
New York.
like
they try to make a conversation.
It's like lack of decorum. It'd be like
are they co-signing, like kind of co-signing, going along with it?
Yeah,
they helping?
Yeah.
helping, but also like they're not aware that you're at a comedy show.
Right.
Keep it the fuck down.
That actually happened last week. I was at a show and a guy was up front, and I was toward the end of my set, and it was cool. I had a moment where and he started interviewing me like, man, Life, man, how was it working with Eddie Murphy in Life?
Oh yeah,
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. Where the guy's like in
not
there,
a podcast.
yeah, and they're like, no, it's me and Guy Torry. Nobody else is here,
Right.
and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna be selfish right now, and I'm gonna. It's like people, and this is what I've been calling it. It's like people after COVID, and I think you kind of disagree with me, but I think it's like people reclaim. They're like, that was scary,
right?
And I thought we were all gonna die, so I'm taking what I can get now.
Well, that's long COVID.
I'm thinking it's more of the social media, the internet. Everybody's just in their own bubble, interacting with
just barfing your thoughts out.
Like you forget you're around other people because you're such.
Here's what I think.
They're commenting out loud like it's a post.
That's what I'm gonna say. I think what it is because now with social media, they know more about us now, so they feel like they're the homie.
Okay,
or
they
the
know
friend.
you more.
So,
yeah.
Exactly. Well, before, the less people knew about you, the more famous you were.
Yes.
You were a mystery.
Yes.
Now, the less they know about you, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah. Because you see you interact with them all the time on social media.
Right.
You're talking to me, guys.
Right, exactly. So they feel like they come to the show thinking it's alive.
Yeah. Before you see a famous person you only saw in a movie, and you're like, and you're frozen in fear. But you're like, oh my God.
Now they're too familiar.
The internet has exposed us all to too much information all at once.
Yes.
The less we knew, the better it was.
And we're not built to maintain that much stimulation.
And that's why
it's guiding us too.
And that's why I don't fly coach. Because they talk to you. First class, everybody stay to themselves.
They do.
Lane. When I have to fly coach, I'm miserable, man. Because people talk to you and you can have your headphones on. I'll be watching something, and they still try to have a whole conversation. My headphones are on for a reason.
Do you engage, or do you? I try to.
I try not to.
I try to just keep. I'll just like they start talking to me. I just try to block it out, like I don't hear it.
I'm hoping they don't recognize me.
Yeah.
Because then
Very
it's like,
recognizable, man.
Now they got jokes for me. Okay.
You're really recognizable.
That happens when you're very recognizable.
Like
they don't recognize me yet.
Well, I mean, I bet you do sometimes, though.
People will strike up a conversation. Whether they recognize you or not,
they see the van, and then they're like,
hey.
Oh, you're a Pacifica guy? What year is yours? How many family members came in your van? I had a golden retriever in mine.
Is that a Nautica edition? Did they ever do a Nautica edition? Remember when they would do that?
Yeah.
They would take clothing companies and then do like a van.
I think Ford did that expedition.
Yeah.
Eddie Bauer. They did a
Nautica.
And Harley.
I always
Harley
wanted,
Davidson, too.
Yeah, they did Harley. I always wanted the Nautica because I always thought that one was the one. I was like, man.
Nautica used to be the brand.
I was a Nautica guy. I liked their polos with the two-tone collar, like a yellow collar with a dark blue.
They had good cologne, too.
You drive a Tesla. You look like you would have liked that shirt.
Yeah.
You're driving a Tesla.
Oh, that shirt.
Yeah, that shirt.
No. You know what's funny is I bought that Tesla when it was the gay car, and now
it was what?
I bought it when it was the gay car. Like
that was a gay car.
Yeah. You're buying a liberal. You're buying a liberal electric vehicle. You are gay, and now I am a conservative leader in the neighborhood.
But now,
full Nazi.
Now I'm full Nazi.
Gay car versus straight shoes.
But he got a Ford engine, so it's a transgender car.
There you go.
So you guys follow the NFL, right?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Right.
Did you hear? What did you think about the tush push and them allowing it to keep going?
I'm like this. I'm a Ram fan, right? But I'm like, if you don't like it, then stop it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a problem with the tush push at all.
Well, being the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I think that the tush push it should go on and continue, and we just got to figure out ways. That's why my new defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, he's going to make sure that we stop it within our division. We're going to be the first team to stop the tush push, and we're going to move on, and we're going to win this thing this year.
Y'all are not going to the Super Bowl.
What'd you guys think of Jerry on Landman? Did you guys see him on Landman?
No,
I did see
I
him
saw
on
that
Landman.
clip.
That was a good show.
He did great.
I thought he did too, and,
Yeah.
and he was getting hate, and I'm like, no.
That was
It
good.
was
I
good.
know when
That
to
was
hate
good.
him. I
Yeah.
know when to hate Jerry Jones. Now
Yeah.
is not the time. I thought he did a great job.
I thought he did a good job. Yeah.
Well, I like to know when is the time to hate me and why. From a man that drives a gay car.
Yes. I might make that the new lock charm. Yeah, right now the lock charm is Conan wrote the episode of The Simpsons where it's like Ford making fun of electric cars. So now when I lock my Tesla, it says, I am an electric car. I can't go very fast or very far. And if you drive me, people will think you're gay. That's what it says. The whole thing. The
That's
whole
crazy.
thing. Oh, I like being funny. Man.
Although Jerry Jones did play just a rich old white oil man, which
Played himself.
You think you can do it?
Pretty much.
yeah, it was pretty even. So anyway, back
Typecast.
to the tush push. I love that they kept it because
Me too.
For now.
it's for now, of course, but it's it's brilliant marketing by the NFL, which is becoming the biggest entertainment business in the United States with the valuation of all the different teams, and now I don't know if you guys saw this. All the different teams are just selling off, like the 49ers just sold off 10% of their team for $900 million.
Wow.
That they get cash. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
and the ownership, they sell off a bunch of small percentage ownerships to a bunch of rich people that just want to own it. They don't
Right.
even get to do anything.
Right.
You know, they get maybe
it's
go
just like a status.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
essentially, they got $900 million for nothing. They didn't have to, you know, it's just like, here's $900 million. And then with that kind of money, it almost is the ability to produce infinite money because you
Right.
could just reinvest $500 million of that
Right.
and then just make, you know, so it's, just like, it's almost
The
like
rich get richer.
Yeah.
so big that people are talking about these contracts are like, oh, Brock Purdy, 180 million guaranteed.
That-
You're like,
I didn't see
"That's
that
nothing."
coming. Yeah, but I didn't see
180
that
million?
coming with him. He got 265
Yeah,
million for 5 years.
265.
265. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
And 180 guaranteed? Is that what
100,
you-
yeah. But people are like, oh, that's a lot of money for Mr. Relevant.
For him?
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what the difference between $1 billion and $1 million is?
Right, yeah,
like,
right.
in the terms of if it was a second, a dollar, it'd be 13 days to 31 years.
49er fans don't even like him.
Yeah,
A
no,
lot of them don't though. A lot of them
Well,
don't.
don't.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw a lot of hate online.
saw-
as soon
yeah, a
as
lot of
that-
hate
as
on
soon as that came through,
There
and
goes our season.
I didn't expect that, but I also didn't expect the hate because, like,
Yeah.
I did.
Well,
I got
you're
a lot
an
of
LA
friends
guy.
who are 49
Right,
fans,
right.
and they don't like him.
Wow.
Why?
I don't
why?
know. They just don't think he was. They don't believe in him.
Gotcha.
It's so funny that everybody is their number one thing is like, all right, here's what we do: we tank, we number one draft
Right.
pick, and rebuild. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you
Right.
talking about? Like, it doesn't seem that that number one draft pick or whatever is going to
Pan out.
Yeah, it's a gamble.
Right.
So it's like, why is everybody's like, oh, this is what you should do? It's like,
Right.
tell me when that worked. It doesn't seem, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the teams that are constantly winning. It wasn't because they got the
First
number
round
one
draft
draft
pick,
pick. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and all,
Tom Brady.
yeah. I
Right,
mean,
right.
you know, the Eagles.
They always discount coaching though.
Yes,
Coaches, a right coaching staff can get the best out of players too.
Man, look at the Knicks
know-
game last night. If those who saw
did you guys watch?
Game 1? Yeah, I watched it from the plane.
Yeah,
and
it was
coach.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably bad in coach, right?
It was
It's
bad.
probably-
The screen was
Yeah,
grainy.
the stinky whites are in there. I've heard the
Terrible.
stinky
But
whites are
dude,
in
just like
coach.
being at the game, people walking across you and stepping on
Right,
you.
yeah. Flying in coach is like being on Tubi.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold. That's cold.
Terrible back there. The air is bad back there.
I got a friend that just hit me up. He's like, "Hey, dog, my movie's on Tubi. You know him too." Yeah, it's
I have
on-
a Tubi movie.
Yeah, it's like-
We got a few Tubi movies. My brother has a Tubi movie. I have a
Don't
Tubi
let
movie.
them make fun of you, Tony.
yeah, don't take that back.
It's all. I consider it all on the internet.
Yes.
No matter what, sir.
Yeah.
If it's on
all
the
out there.
internet,
You're fine.
Streaming.
yeah. I was gonna ask you guys about the. Have you followed the Diddy trial?
What? Yes.
Okay, so it.
That's pretty good.
Take that.
No.
Tony is on a Puffy video wearing Puffy's clothes.
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
He's in a Sean Combs video wearing Sean's clothes.
Is it on Tubi?
It's on video. It was on DVD and HBO. It was called P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was a comedy show.
Oh no, were we not supposed to bring this up?
And we did. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
We did have to wear his brand, Sean John.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, and he was backstage to get on everybody's nerves before we went on stage.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So basically, he's on a Puffy video with
I am wearing his
Puffy's clothes on.
Yeah, but I was
Just
I
to
was,
bring it.
but I was oil free. Oil free.
What do you think? I'm ignorant to a lot of the facts of this whole thing. So if I do misspeak, I'm not doing it on purpose. But I do.
Know where you're going with
Okay, but so we've made fun of Vince McMahon because
Oh yeah, you know what he did, right?
all the stuff. Well, Vince McMahon was allegedly passing a female associate/employee around to other wrestlers while he was banging her.
Yeah.
And then he shit on her head.
Yeah, well, he had a threesome.
Sounds like the NBA.
He and another saggy ass old man had a threesome with this associate, and then he shit on her head. And then he asked to leave. He's like, I'm going to leave and go take a shower. And then he went and took a shower while they continued pumping away, I guess. And then then he came back and he's like, oh yeah, they're still doing it.
So it was one girl, two butts?
Yeah, but the one guy's like fucking her, I guess, and Vince McMahon shit on her head.
But
it's a power move.
But the power move was he's just old and he couldn't hold his bowels anymore.
I don't know. I can't figure it out because I'm not into that. Like I can never see a scenario.
She was trying to teabag him, but he couldn't hold it together.
You know, it's so crazy because it's one of those scenarios where if my wife asked to do a threesome, I probably wouldn't. I got kids and I don't want to ruin anything. And I don't know. You know, I'm a boring old man. But I'm just saying, if I had it, the number one thing I wouldn't do is shit on the girl's head.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
or
it's not something I would do.
So basically, I just describe this behavior as like what evil kings do in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Right. It's like a Joffrey
where
scenario.
you can bring in all the sex slaves and you make them do crazy things. You pass them around, and it's like this is what Diddy was doing, but also what Vince McMahon was doing, and what a lot of people are doing. I'm sure in that, especially in a different time or whatever. Yeah. So this was happening, and some people are getting away with it.
Like Diddy apparently.
Like
another guy's semen on his nipples.
Rubbed on his nipples.
After they would be with Cassie, then.
That's just so you can have nice nipples. Let's not villainize that.
I don't like my own cum on my nipples.
I don't either.
But but you don't shoot that far.
It did happen one time. Get it off me! Get it off me!
So
it burns! It burns! Oh, that's not good.
So obviously Diddy's in this trial an enormous amount of trouble, and it blew up to the point where my kids are in elementary school.
Wow.
They tell me they make Diddy jokes in class.
Yeah.
They're like,
that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, they're 4th and 5th grade, and they don't even understand what it is. And I'm like, do you know who did it? They're like, oh, all the kids say it, and then they're like, oh, he gets kids, and so they don't even know.
Understand.
They
they'll write under something if you were to say hey, come out to my show tonight. Like a promotional thing,
right?
It's hip for younger people to write under your promotional thing. If you ever see this, it'll be like, "Not today, Diddy."
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that on the post. I wonder why were people saying that?
It became a social meme.
Nice try, Diddy. It's a nice try, Diddy, or not today, Diddy.
Yeah,
it is. I don't know why
my daughter hears it all the time too.
Well, we've been saying no Diddy replace pause or no. You know the saying,
no homo.
and they used to, and I'm saying it because that was the saying. I'm saying it, but
gotcha.
It used to be no homo.
Yeah.
And then that got changed to
no Diddy.
It got changed to pause.
Pause, yeah.
And then now it's no Diddy. So if you say something that could be seemed homosexual-ish, then you would say no homo at first, and then they changed the no homo to pause because people start coming down on homo, and then now it's no Diddy.
So it's become this cultural meme and stuff.
Right.
And do you think that's why this is happening, you know, because and like the Vince McMahon thing is like he was doing at least in the same spectrum and with no blowback, right? Everybody kind of forgot it. It was nothing.
Yeah, people aren't talking about his, and his is bad.
And then so at least, I mean, you know, I don't know which is worse or what. Like maybe Diddy's a little bit worse than Vince McMahon, but at least it's similar. And then,
it's very
similar.
similar.
I don't think it's similar. I think if that was a one-off for Ed McMahon, for Vince McMahon, that's a one-off. Diddy had a history of years of this.
Yeah, I think Vince did too, though. I think he did.
Weinstein?
Maybe not, I don't know the links comparatively, but I think Vince is the reason he kind of exited is everybody was like, oh yeah, this has been a thing. You know, this one woman is one woman, but there are
So he quit
other...
shitting on the wrestlers and started just shitting on...
Yeah.
And it's like extreme
There's legal
behavior.
ways to do this, too. If you got to shit on people, you can literally pay people
Just go to Hollywood and
handsomely.
be a producer.
Right.
Ruin some careers.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it blew up so big that now like it's crazy to see even in like Hollywood and like on social media everybody distancing themselves from Diddy and even like the 90s because like that was a huge thing. I remember I was on the radio when like Puff Daddy was doing crazy parties and he would get penguins at his house and shit and it was like, oh, he practices tantric sex for 4 hours.
20 years ago.
You know, it was this huge thing, and if you were a celebrity, you were there.
Take that.
And then this happens, and everybody's like, I wasn't, or like, oh, were you at the parties? And then it became where if you even went to a Puff Daddy party, then it's like, oh, this guy's a molester too.
Right, and that's why, like back then, of course, I wanted to go to a Diddy party. My career was budding. You hear about all the producers and the fine women there, but I never got invited.
Guy was there. He was there. Yeah.
No, I wasn't there. Now my brother went to a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Almost
Joe
that's what chills in my arms, man. That's like he's here. I don't like that. That's a monster. The man is a monster.
Yeah.
And he's doing the heart. He'll do the heartogram.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in like.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he does like a heart.
Yeah. They drew that.
I thought it was a booty hole.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to say, hey,
and they got his hair all black snake moan. They got it all grayed out.
Right. Well, they ain't got it. It's him. You can't have dye in jail.
Oh.
You can't dye your hair.
You can die in jail, but you can't have dye.
Right.
Gotcha.
You can't have dye, right.
No
you
shit.
Can't, yeah, you can't. They don't allow
He
you
looks
to
like
dye your
Claude
hair.
and Ray from Life.
Life.
Is that a rule for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. He can get shaped up,
But he can't
get cut,
any.
but you can't dye your hair.
It's psychological. You can't have anything extra, man.
Right.
Okay, so you can't even do like vanity stuff
Nope.
at all.
Nah, just basic haircut. That's about it.
Can you have like skincare products?
I don't know. He was promoting proactive for a long
He'll
time.
be jacking off on his nipples.
There's a lot of semen in prison.
He'll be fine. Smooth as ever.
I'm just wondering where's the cutoff? Like,
I mean, to have that on
your
your body, he had more semen in his belly than Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, they said he used to. They said I was watching this one thing. They said he used to have to. He'd make the Punisher, that one escort.
The one stripper dude.
They had this one escort, and he's like, this guy's supposed to be the guy, you know, I guess with the biggest dick or whatever. And they called him the Punisher. And so he and the other escorts and Cassie would have to be like, Diddy would be directing.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And he would be looking at everything, and he would be like, looking, and he'd be like, cut. Put more oil on, you're dry. Yeah. And he'd be like...
And they said he was sober, too, allegedly.
Yeah, which
I want to protect the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, we're so huge.
Guy, I think you can say... I think the internet has made like the ability to say whatever you want because there's so much at all times that it's impossible
but they're
to
pick and
single
choose who they want to come at.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
It's usually little guys, too, right?
It depends on what you've done too.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Or whose feathers you ruffle.
Like if you have movies on Tubi, they may not come after you. Like,
You know what? We at the chat room.
Right. That's true.
The chat room just reminded me that we have a movie on Tubi.
Yeah.
All four of us are on Tubi.
yes.
How about that?
We are in a biopic for Walt Disney called As Dreamers Do, where we play two drunks in a barbershop.
Oh, really?
That's not a stretch either. For you.
Yeah, no.
It's a Jerry Jones event.
It's very Jerry.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Jerry. You know, that means a lot.
I wanted to ask you guys this too. Why do you think Shannon Sharp blew up so much and Club Shay Shay?
Well, Cat Williams.
Do you think it's just because of that one interview?
Yes, because I mean, it was growing. Of course, it was growing, but then Cat just took it to a whole new stratosphere.
Okay, you think just that one instance will, because it seems like he parlayed that into this $100 million deal,
Right.
and then and then it's like, wow, like this happened fast.
He played it right.
And then I was like, what is it about him? Because there's so many talented people out there that have done podcasts and YouTube shows, and all of a sudden this one blows up like Club Shay Shay, where it's like,
I mean, Cat, what Cat did, in my opinion, was very calculated. Because Cat had a tour coming out. Cat also was doing a special. And if you notice, everybody he mentioned, right, are always trending. He mentioned Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley has a national syndicated radio show. So what do you think they talked about on the Ricky Smiley show the next morning? What do you think Ricky Smiley's competitors on their shows talked about? The Cat Williams interview. He talked about Steve Harvey, another guy with a national syndicated radio show. What do you think they talked about in his rival? Then he talked about Kevin Hart, who's always trending. He talked about Cedric, who was trending because his show got picked up again, and Anthony Anderson has the barbecue coming out. So he's trending. Talk about Kanye, who's always trending. Kardashian always trending. Talk about D.L. Hughley, national show. So when you hashtag any of them, Cat's name came up.
Now, that's very observant of you, guy, but my next topic is going to be niggas that's on Tubi.
So Cat, people don't know Cat's a genius. His IQ was 160.
Yeah, he is.
So
a
what
genius,
he did was he was genius, but he's a genius. And I just wonder about the relationships he may have. You know, he talked about Fat Tuesday's documentary.
Yeah, I remember.
He was
wrong.
And
you had your receipts. I
had my receipts, right?
And I remember that. And but
the views went up 60% after he talked about it.
Yeah,
the views went up for my doc went up 60%, and I got a possible development deal out of it. So. Hey, keep talking.
So I think it's only fair that I come on Tom and Dan next.
Yeah. Is he doing it right? Or is that because you mentioned the baggage that comes with that, or the possible, let's say possible baggage, right? Because you could hurt some feelings, or maybe
Cat's been doing it. Cat's been honest from day one, so it's not nothing that he's doing. That's who Cat is. He just had a platform to because Cat don't do that. He didn't do that many interviews anyway. Right. Didn't really do a lot of radio.
Pretty guarded, yeah.
But exactly. So that took his tour to a whole new level. Even though the tour was going to sell well anyway, but the ticket price went up and the demand went up. So. You know,
do you think if you're Shannon Sharp, you're like, hey, Cat, you just made me $100 million? You're like, because
they should have broken them out. I don't know if Cat got paid.
But it all just got taken away by the little white lady.
Don't tell me where he went
took it all the way.
Allegations. Which it seems like happened right around the $100 million.
Yeah, it's
right.
Right. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
But
black man's downfall. But Kobe, Tiger Woods,
King Kong,
Bill Clinton, King Kong.
Jesus Christ.
Jonathan Majors.
You are killing me.
Adam and Eve. Right. Adam was black. He was white.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
About to blow up. Cinnamon white girl.
Yeah.
It's getting too big. It's getting too big. Cinnamon white girl. Ding dong.
But so guy, and you're right. He he
said I'm white.
No. Right. About Cat Williams, and then he is a genius and is a brilliant marketing move. But so the basically he laid it out for everybody, but no one else did what Cat Williams did.
They didn't do the numbers.
Yeah. So it's like I'm sure other people are like, oh, I see what Cat Williams did. Let me try this, and then it doesn't do it. It's like then why? Even one good interview doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have this huge contract.
Right.
But then Shannon Sharp show and Club Shay Shay, insanely popular, gets a lot of views. And I'm like, whoa, what is it about him and his interview style? And, because he's not, he didn't come from an entertainment background.
I don't think it's him. No offense to Shannon Sharp. I've worked with him before on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's him. I think it was that Cat Williams interview. And then some people try to come and do the same, but it wasn't genuine because that's not who they are.
Right.
And Cat's just always been honest.
Yeah.
And you know, we all know stuff. I've been in the business for 32 years. This is shit I've seen that if I start talking like that, then it could probably do the same numbers or close to it. Right. That's not how I'm wired.
Yeah,
I'm not wired that way. I have friends, so I don't want to ruin their relationships with friends. And they because now. Well, Cat, who's gonna go to him and trust him with any stories now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's always kind of rolled alone, right?
He always rolled alone. Yeah. Cat was always on his own island.
You got a small circle.
Yeah, but he's he's never. Yeah.
Right. Not an entourage.
Yeah.
That's
well, yeah, the entourage, but not a lot of people,
okay,
not a lot of Hollywood names.
Right.
He could, but he just marches to his own beat.
And Fat Tuesday's still going on.
Still going on?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. And more to come.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah. You think it comes back? You know. I mean, let's talk about the show real quick before we run out of time. Like, are we gonna do more? Like,
there's spinoffs. There's a lot of projects coming. And Tony was part of Fat Tuesdays back in the day too.
Oh, that's killer, man.
Yeah.
1997 was my first time stepping on stage at the Comedy Store where Fat Tuesday was born.
Yeah.
And sustained, and it was so big to me because. That's the house that Pryor built.
Yes.
Seinfeld,
and
Carlin,
Seinfeld. He had so many
Murphy.
legendary names on that stage. I'm like, I'm gonna stepping foot on the same stage.
Yakov Smirnoff.
Even in I got a funny Yakov Smirnoff story.
We know we had him on.
He
had him on like
he got the loudest.
He
got the loudest sign in the original room.
He does.
The sign is so loud. Yeah, I said, man, somebody cut that Yakov Smirnoff sign down. but
it's a neon sign.
Neon sign.
And it's loud. You know, sometimes
yeah. So I thought I was the only one to notice that. So you know about it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and even down to the Comedy Store experience, even down to the green room, they got the same glass piano. We all have to snort coke off of that, just like everybody else did in the pen. Is that piano still in there?
It's still in there.
That's crazy.
And you can see it on the piano. It's a glass piano. It's small. It's a coffee table. Yeah. But you can see all the razor blade marks.
You can. Oh my God. Yeah, that's true.
Wild,
real talk,
man.
Real talk.
Yeah, a lot of cocaine was going on that.
But yeah, it was a pleasure being a part.
Sure.
Matter of fact,
that's history.
Not only did I start performing on the show as a stand-up, he made me part of his improv troupe called PCP. He had an improv
Fat
troupe. Comedy Players. And it was the only show where all the comedians, Guy would bring out all the comedians that are on the show, bring us all back out at the end. We do freeze tag. It's an improv acting exercise.
And that's where Nick Cannon got the idea for Wildin' Out.
Really?
And he says it. He says it in the documentary. Yeah.
I've seen it. He doesn't he do an exercise similar to that on the show?
Yeah.
Or maybe he just cops it blatantly.
He was inspired by it. He says it. He says very
that's really cool.
Yeah.
That was a fun thing. So that was a great experience, you know.
Well, you've done. Am I correct in that? Did you? Were you a ringmaster for
the Black Circus
for the Universal?
The
Black
Circus.
It is.
Is that what it's called?
A lot of stray cats and dogs. It wasn't real animals. They go to black neighborhoods and pick up the stray dogs and cats and rats and put them in tutus.
We had lions with roaches, but no.
Lions with roaches.
No, it was a Universal Circus.
Yeah,
and he's right.
It's cool though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was soul, hip hop under the big top. It was a lot of fun, man. I was there for like 6 years straight.
Cool.
And then I started coming back to doing fill-in work, but because it took me away from stand-up pretty much.
But I bet that's hard because you're having to like think on your feet. You're the main host.
Right.
That's a good.
And then share a dressing room with monkeys.
Yeah.
You get a lot of reps that way, right?
I do, and I do get a lot of reps in different ways. It teaches you crowd control.
Yes.
You have to be, you have 2,500 people under the tent each night. It's theater in the round, and you have to be quick on your feet. One of the most challenging parts was whenever we had an accident in the show, you have to either, if you don't have a formality to get past that, then you have to think on your feet. And then,
you do. You got to get the audience back.
Yeah. And keep them. You got to keep them. Depending on how bad the accident was, too, you got to you got to contain the kids.
Because they had like, I don't know if you saw the acts, like somewhere like Wall of Death or the fire. It was
that motorcycle.
I should stand on the side of the globe of death. Where the motorcycles go around me?
Yeah.
I should stand in the middle of that.
You know, you are.
Really?
You are
Yeah.
in the,
Yeah,
I think it was invented somewhere around here. Like, you are in the home of the Globe of Death.
Florida.
Like, Florida is the home of Globe of Death.
Well,
and everybody that invented it looks like me.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny you say that, but Florida is almost a home to, at least Sarasota is home to most of the circus. Because when they're down, That's what. Like I wouldn't want to walk around the streets of Sarasota at night because I'd be afraid somebody's animal might get out.
Or the bearded lady.
That's back when.
Or Scientologists.
Yeah.
That place, Sarasota's hot. Dude.
Really?
A lot of crazy stuff happening.
That's
there.
true. That's true.
You got clowns, and then you got like exotic animals.
Well,
yeah, exotic animals. Yeah.
When you go there, you will be disappointed because it's a old, boring town of Florida.
That's true though. That's true because
everybody keeps to themselves.
That's Clearwater. People are correcting me. Clearwater is Scientology.
No, I used to perform in Port Charlotte, so that's just south of Sarasota. So yeah, I think the youngest person is 65.
Oh man.
Yeah, the old people.
Yeah. It's definitely senior citizen.
That's like Marco Island.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's funny. South Florida on the West Coast. I mean, like so much different than South Florida East Miami.
Right.
It's like the West Coast. They send all the kids over to the East Coast.
Right.
So am I in a different country?
You mentioned Marco Island. Dog the Bounty Hunter just moved.
Really?
To Marco Island.
There's a comedy club that used to be there. They moved to Fort Myers called Off the Hook. Off the Hook.
Oh, that's where Off the Hook used to be?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's funny because they did it. It was a seafood restaurant during the day, and at night it was a comedy show. And the first time I did it, man, it was just full of old white people.
Oh yeah, they
with
love their
flip-flops and
seafood.
shorts on. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to somebody dress up and come to this show.
Yeah. That's like my dad.
It's all
he
they
wore,
got.
Like, tiny shorts, a polo tucked into
my
it,
God.
like a little
Good to
braided
be in
belt.
Florida.
And they were looking at me like I took my dick out in church. You talk to a dog and their head just turns sideways and listen to you like that's
they're just there for
You
the
don't
seafood
work
dinner.
here? You're not here to do windows?
No. Not a server?
So I'm curious. You got a show tomorrow at the Funny Bone. What do you do for the rest of today? What's your schedule?
Oh man,
like?
well there's a show tonight. I'm gonna go check it out. But then I'm gonna go smoke cigars. And,
Okay.
I'm a cigar smoker.
a
I don't
lounge
smoke
right there.
cigars. I'm a cigar smoker. So yeah, big
There's
difference.
a cigar lounge right there.
Really?
Like literally, if you walk to the stop sign and take a right, it's right there.
Yeah, we had to walk here because there was a crime scene somewhere around here that we had.
Let's
the streets blocked off.
Yeah, that's
I go to the
weird.
gym during the day. I go to the gym and then I relax during the day. Sometimes I go catch a movie. Like I plan on catching Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
I heard that's great.
Dead Reckoning was off the chain.
Yeah, I heard.
I step into a gym too. It's a Slim Gym. I step into a Slim Gym.
I love a Slim Jim, man. I love it.
Step into a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Guy Torry, I'm coming to see your show.
Really? Thank you, man.
Ooh, I'm coming back from the dead.
Oh yeah,
Can't keep me down.
That one hurt to lose the Macho Man.
I'm still here.
I met him.
You met him?
I did the met him twice actually. I did it. Ozzie Smith retired years ago, and I did the. He was there.
Yeah.
And then I did the WWE house roast, and I met Mean Gene Okerman.
Oh damn, you met all the guys.
I met all of them, man. I met Hillbilly Jim.
Jesus.
It was, and I grew up watching.
And a lot of these guys are no longer with us.
Right,
I mean,
right. I remember watching The Rock's dad, Rocky Johnson, when I was a kid.
Soul Man Rocky Johnson.
He was a tag team with Tony Atlas.
That's right.
It used to be Wrestling at the Chase in St. Louis, but it was also NWA back then, not the rap group. NWA. And I grew up Catholic, I was an altar boy for 10 years, untouched by a priest. So I used to go to church.
Allegedly.
I used to do 8 o'clock mass, right, and then be done by 9, rush home, watch wrestling at 10, and then football came on after that at noon. I had a perfect Sunday.
I grew up in one of the cradles of wrestling, Memphis, Tennessee. Everybody came through Memphis. And they had to lose to Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
They had to lose to Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, massive territory, man.
Right.
Those Memphis, people firebomb your convertible if you came in there and put on a show.
Right.
You know?
They still do.
Yeah, and then Diddy do it to Cuddy, right? I think that's what they're talking about today. Is the Cuddy is testifying about the firebombing of his Porsche.
Allegedly by
Mr. Oil.
Mr. Seaman Nipples.
What's crazy to me is he had the balls to do that himself. That's kind of impressive. You fucking threw a firebomb at a car. Like, holy shit!
He got oleolas.
Can't stop, won't stop.
You got some balls. Tony, the most impressive thing about the old school wrestlers is they were able to maintain somewhat of a physique, and with their lifestyle of what they did. Like they were alcoholics and
cokeheads.
Look, I used to spar with Sid Vicious.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
We used to go to the same boxing gym in Memphis. And shout out to Boxing Fitness in Memphis, Tennessee on Bartlett. But yeah, Sid was so nice. Very nice guy. And he was kind of like coming back off of his remember he broke his leg in front of everybody. Did you see that? It was crazy.
I remember that. No.
So but he's very nice. We used to spar a little bit, and then he'll share stories about wrestling and stuff, man. And
it's crazy because you're a workout guy. Like, to be able to do that, and some of these guys were in their mid-40s, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like
Junkyard Dog.
How the fuck?
Oh, I love Junkyard Dog.
Can you maintain that? And I know drugs and most of them died early, but still,
man,
like, how bad must you have felt? Like, even when I drink a few too many and then try to get back into work, it's like, oh, God, it's hard as hell. These guys were doing
Ric
it
Flair's still,
every night.
He's still down the road in Tampa, jumping around. And, and that guy is not. He doesn't look good now. But if you rewind, like even 10 years ago, not that bad. Like really not that bad.
That's
but like inside, it's got to be just all.
You know, I love George Animal Steel.
Yes.
And I used to play when I played basketball.
You couldn't do that gimmick anymore because it would be considered like you were making fun of disabled people.
And I used to play defense like that. And I played basketball in high school. And we'd play this Jewish team, Yeshiva, I'll never forget it. And these Jewish kids just coming down the court, and I was a guard. So on defense, I would go, like George Animal Steel. And the little guy threw the ball and scared the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He threw the ball up.
Inspired by George the Animal Steel?
Yeah.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
You used to scare the Jewish basketball players by acting special needs.
Either that or the Bushwhackers.
Yeah, again, another gimmick you couldn't do because people would be like, you're making fun of, like, our word. You know, you can't, you can't do that.
But what if special needs, what if they make fun of us?
Oh, they do.
Straighten it up.
Take it back, Guy. Take it back. You know what? We're taking it back. Guy Torry said we're taking it back.
Hey, what if they make fun of us? We'll make fun of them.
It's like the handicap. It's like we park in their spots.
Well, fuck you.
We get in trouble. They park in our spots. They don't get in trouble.
Right.
Guy, Tony, thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, wait. Is it over already?
No. I'm sorry. We're there at 45.
Yeah, we don't want to waste your time, man.
I flew all the way from L.A.
I drove from Colorado Springs in the Pacifica.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
So you have to stop him, but where do you stop between here and Colorado Springs? Do you plan the route out?
I do.
Okay.
Would you stop this?
I don't take any route without a Buc-ee's along it.
Okay.
Really? Are you a Buc-ee's guy?
Oh, I love Buc-ee's.
See, I'm very anti-Buc-ee's. It freaks me out when I get inside. It's too much.
Really?
I lose my
I've never
mind.
been in one.
It sounds like somebody that drives a Tesla would be freaked out about Buc-ee's.
Very weak people.
He goes to the original Buc-ee's and they call it Stuckey's.
Well, I go in
Stuckey's
there,
was original Buc-ee's.
It's so it's like there might be 700 people in there.
Yeah.
I've never been to one.
You never been to one?
Never even heard of it.
Oh man, nothing like the smell of big beef brisket, barbecue brisket sandwiches and the bakery.
I will vouch for the sandwiches.
Yeah.
I have an overbite, so I was called Buc-ee's going.
Guy, it's a coach type setting, you know.
Okay.
There's not many first classers in Buc-ee's.
Take me to
So
five.
you trying to say a bunch of one-star people in there?
Oh, good. Who are the people that like Buc-ee's?
The
Stinky
poor
whites, yeah.
Take me to Firebird.
But I like their beef brisket. It's solid.
It is good, right?
The only thing I was really disappointed in, everything else was pretty good. It lived up to it, and the brisket was good. The jerky wall. I think
I never did jerky.
They sound like a freak off room.
They got a jerky wall.
They do have a jerky wall.
Yeah, it's like a whole giant wall of like
beef jerky?
of all kinds of crazy
really?
jerky.
Jerky?
But I think I got there like when they're having to replenish it because it had been bud fucked.
Okay.
I mean, like
Really?
all the jerky gone.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so-
jerky's big. But the pumps, they have nothing less than 50 pumps, usually on the average 100, because not all Buc-ee's are equal.
What pump? I don't know what pumps. What's
Gas
that?
pumps. It's a gas station.
Oh, it's a gas station.
Yeah,
See, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's
Some
a
of them
truck
have
stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's basically a big truck stop. Has
Definitely
they have
common
car
world.
wash.
Okay, like you guys tell me if I'm crazy or not, but I tried to get my wife and daughter to let me, just because I wanted the experience. We didn't stop at a Buc-ee's, but we did stop at a Love's.
Oh,
And what I like about
Love's.
Love's, like we went in there and I told Andrea I want to do this just for the experience. They have this thing where they'll be like, Number 85, your shower is ready.
They do. Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like,
That's
what?
true.
I'm like, what? I was
For
like,
the truckers.
I want to pull a number one day, and you guys go eat. and I'm gonna go take a
there?
shower just so I can say I showered it alone.
Well, you look like you drive a rig.
I know, a little bit. I'm throwing everything out for
I'm
this
sorry,
year.
guys.
And you look like you would shower anyway. I'm a germaphobe.
This is again coach behavior.
This is how much.
Yeah, I'm with you, guy.
This is how much of a germaphobe I am. I have a membership to the Admirals Club with American Airlines.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I can't be in the concourse with the concourse. I can't use it. And I got it really because of if I have to go take the Browns to the Super Bowl, then they're the cleanest toilets inside the
Buc-ee's
the
have
club.
clean toilets too.
No,
Yes, they do. Buc-ee's have.
Yeah,
that's
they
one
do.
of the big sellers. You'll
I'll
be
agree
mad
with
because you
him.
don't have to take a shit if you go in Buc-ee's. Yeah, I really want to take a
The
shit
bathrooms
here.
are nice. They are. They're very nice. And they got a lot of stalls. So you can walk like all the way down. There's like 25
Almost
stalls.
as many stalls as his pumps.
Yeah.
Guy, don't let him fool you. It's no Admirals Club.
It
can't be. It can't be close to Admirals Club.
High society.
Just by the name.
These two.
It's a goddamn truck stop to Admirals
I'm
Club.
hanging with
It's a
Dan,
truck
man.
stop.
Me and Dan hanging. These two right here.
Okay, like
Seriously, you're
so
comparing
not to
Buc-ee's
side
truck
with
stop.
Tom, but you've got
Admirals Club?
a place called Buc-ee's with a beaver mascot, and another place called the Admirals Club, which I'm assuming is the place that I've been in only once because I had a guest pass that has the unlimited draft beer and the cappuccino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clean toilets.
Yeah. I mean, I like
meeting rooms.
I'm with you, but the Admirals Club might be more guys' style.
Yeah. I'm just like rich white ladies flying first class have tiny doo-doos. Truckers, explosion, bad diet doo-doos. So just by that, it's gonna
you go in and you look like their ass sneeze. And it's just shit sparkles
Rich
all
white
over the
lady
toilet.
shitted in your lap is still shit, though, right?
yeah, but it's tiny deer turds.
Yeah,
they're all
little
dehydrated.
rabbit beads.
But it's like cat food at Fancy Feast.
They're on Ozempic. It's all chemicals. They're shitting.
Well, me and Dan, would you please pass the jelly?
I like all of that stuff, all the backwoods stuff. Like I like all of that. I'm growing out my hair, my beard, and my hair like for the whole year.
All my shit stopped growing.
I want to see if I can do for one last hurrah. I started the beginning of the year. I want to say if I can do an entire full year and get that full homeless looking.
Wow.
She got legs.
I want to.
Knows how to use
I've been doing the
them.
beard oil and I've been brushing it. My daughter's like been putting stuff in my hair.
So every time you walk towards somebody, like, hey, sorry, sir, I have no change.
I mean, I yelled at some teens about 4 days ago. I yelled at some teens on electric bikes. That's an epidemic. I don't know if you guys know this. The chubbier teens on the electric bikes because they're not pedaling, so they're not getting any exercise out of it. But they ride all these electric bikes all around here, and they're gonna get killed. And they were acting the fool. And I yelled at them. And I've yelled at teens before without the beard. And
So did R. Kelly.
But they don't do anything. And this time I yelled at him, and I got like some of that like Vietnam vet respect.
Oh,
I got some stolen valor. I did, but it worked, and I'm down for it. I kind of like
So
it.
you walk around in an old army jacket.
That's what Tom said. Tom
some
said I should
fatigues.
just suddenly lean in.
Yeah.
Get some green pants.
Yeah.
You know, like
put on fake dog tags.
With the leg, I limp a little bit
Right.
on a bad day.
You look Amish.
Yeah. See.
So
Instead of Amish, you're Amish.
See, he thinks I'm crazy.
I realized something I wanted to talk to you about, Guy, is I'm about to purchase a storage unit because I need to get the stuff out of my garage and clean everything.
Yeah.
But
And you're
I
not
don't
putting
want
this on the company, right?
I don't want to get rid of
Last
it.
storage unit, he put it on the company, and he put all of his shit in there. I didn't even know he had one. He's been charging the company the whole time. But that's my fucking storage unit.
But I'm afraid to, like, some of the stuff I want.
He won't even justify it. He won't even talk about it.
That's very Admiral Club of Shelton.
Yeah, it is very Admiral Club. Thank you, Buc-ee.
Because I know, and the reason why I ask you guys, because last time you were here, we talked about storage units and
my mom is a hoarder
and keeping stuff, but some of it.
So am I. You should in there all
Me
the
too.
cables, all the cables I got because I can't stand throwing away a cable that's still good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do that. That's a good cable.
I'm like that too.
But I feel like it's a slippery slope. Like I get one, I clean my garage, I put it in there. I'm like, all right, okay, now this is all I need, and then it builds back
But
up.
your
and then I'm like,
garage, your
I
garage
need a
looked pretty
bigger.
good. It did look pretty good.
Is that where the show started in your garage?
No, it did start in mine.
It started in a garage. I remember a garage.
Yeah, in my house. Yeah, tiny little back room.
So I'm worried that it is a slippery slope, and then I'll
is.
just be paying for these storage units for the rest of my life.
I got one, and I need to go clean it. Like it's $500 a month.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
They keep raising it.
Damn.
They keep raising it. It's
Yes.
That's how they
That's
do
the scam. and they're preying on our laziness, the fact that we don't want to clean it out.
Well, me, I'm never home. I'm never in town.
Right. Yeah.
So, because it's gonna take a good 2-3 full days of 2 or 3 people to go through my stuff. And I got memorabilia in there, autograph. I got autographed jerseys and balls and
That's cool.
all that stuff in there. I got merch that I need to get rid of and stuff like that. And the good thing is I volunteer with the Homeless Foundation, and we have a boutique. So a lot of my stuff I'll take to the boutique and we sell it, and that's what we use to purchase food and give back. I want to send some stuff to St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis, who just had those terrible, terrible tornadoes there.
Yeah, man.
But I get rid of the stuff. Man, just give it away.
Because it becomes...
You're too attached to it. You're too emotional.
I kind of did that with my mom and dad's house when we had to sell it. I got overwhelmed, and I just gave it up. Now, sometimes I have these moments where I'm like,
you miss it.
But I'm like, no,
Nope,
you did the right thing.
You did the right thing.
Because, like, it went to collectors. There were, like, some really nice furniture and things that were, like, meant a lot to my mom. But honestly, didn't really mean much to me, you know, like, you know, and so that memory's kind of
I'm real
locked in
sentimental
there.
like that, too, though.
So sometimes it'll wake me up at night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Tony, from like traveling around in your van, you have to be somewhat of a minimalist, right? In like, you know, unless it's filled.
I hope it's. Oh my God!
It is.
It is. All the way to the top.
He got a whole He got a whole H&M in his.
I mean, no, but that's next to my dresser. That's in there. But no, really, it could be stacked to the rafters. I've seen vans lately stacked to the rafters.
Yeah.
Mine isn't quite like that. I can still look out my window and see. But I do have a lot of stuff in there, though.
Florida's the home of the stacked van.
He got a couple of immigrants in there.
I'm hiding. I'm helping the people hide from ICE in my car, man.
There's something about that van. That van is harboring people. We got to start that van.
No, it's I do have. It looked like a 1-bedroom apartment though.
Studio. Like a studio.
Could you sleep in there if you needed to?
I could. Yeah.
See, that's
I have extra pillows and everything just for that.
I've been and what pillows do you have?
Huh?
The cowboy pillows?
Oh, the cowboy blanket.
Yeah.
What's a cowboy blanket?
He's a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Oh, you got a cowboy. Okay, gotcha.
Well, that's why I was doing Jerry. Guy, he son of a bitch.
Are you like? Do you support Dak? Are you all in on him?
Yeah, I'm in on that. Here's the deal, man. You can't. People love separating, especially in the ultimate team sport of football. They love separating people. Like you can't separate everybody. If ever the phrase "you complete me" belongs to something, it belongs in football because every position they complete each other. So Dak, he's made some bad decisions on his own, but at the same time, that old line was terrible last year. So he didn't have our running game sucked.
Yeah,
and the running game sucked. The passing game also sucked because they couldn't really block all the time. So he always had to. And then you never know. There's so many dynamics. The receivers may not run their routes properly. You know what I mean? It's a lot goes into.
But he also doesn't get invited to the barbecue.
but a lot goes on. So I can't put it all on one player. Dak, I can't give him all credit either.
Yeah.
You can't give Tom Brady all the credit. If he didn't have an offensive line, if he didn't have an offensive line, look at what Pat Mahomes what happened to him in the last Super Bowl. Man, as soon as he got the ball, he was getting harassed, and he's great. Pat Mahomes is great, but that defensive line
Do you
of the
invite
Eagles
Pat
made him
Mahomes to the barbecue?
Huh?
Does he get invited to the barbecue?
I think I can come to the barbecue. You know, I try to. I've been to several barbecues. I mean, I don't know what you mean, guy.
After they released that tape of him laughing, the outtakes of him laughing at that, I can't look at him the same way.
Right.
They
did him dirty. Oh, they did him so dirty. I forget who cut him. They took him just like at a press conference, and he laughs. He's like,
yeah.
Oh, really? I missed that.
That's a weird laugh.
And
him and Kyrie Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and then they did a super cut of it and put it out there, and it's hard to.
If you were gonna bet your van, what happens first? Dallas goes to the Super Bowl or Jerry Jones dies? What would you bet?
I think Jerry's probably gonna kick the.
No, well, when he dies, they all go to the Super Bowl. when he quits being involved, then the Cowboys will probably rise.
Yeah.
Right.
What came first?
Right.
The chicken or the
Is
egg?
that going to make everybody feel bad? Like if the influence was the issue, right?
Right.
Because it does happen. Yeah, I'm not saying it will happen.
But that's what, like, I could kind of relate to how Jerry Jones thinks. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but,
I call you Castleberry Jerry Jones.
But it's not as good if he distances himself and lets someone else take over the operations and he has no say, and then they win. It's better if you could try to win with you having your hand, because then that's what you want. Yeah. Who cares if your team wins without you?
Yeah. How do you get recognition if you don't have your hand in there meddling?
Let me make this clear that I will never take my hands off my own goddamn team. That's my team, and not even Steven or nobody else can touch my team as long as I'm breathing. I'm going to make all the decisions. You can say that you can call me Jerry Biden and all that stuff if you want. But,
geriatric.
I love it when he calls into the radio show and then he fights with him. He starts yelling at him.
How you doing, guys? He be on it, man. I've been listening to
those.
Too.
Do you ever listen to any of those? They'll release them each week, and then I got on this Twitter roll where. Like, it was, like, suggesting them to me, and I just hit play and listen to it, and I'm like, damn, I kind of like that. I like how, like, pissed off he is. It actually makes you think he cares about the team, and I can't, I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. Come on. What do I got?
Well, now that you mention the Falcons, we can talk college football now, and
that's awesome. That's awesome. He's not wrong.
Dallas not the America's most popular team anymore.
Who is?
Saw that. No, it changed.
Who is it now?
It's Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Who?
I think Dallas
started it because of Taylor?
Yeah, well, just because of
Taylor Swift?
Because of a lot of things, but mainly the internet. Really, it's just the amount of exposure.
Social media.
Taylor Swift obviously had a lot to do with it,
Right.
but the Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, the new star of the NFL. So it's just like,
Thomas, I want to share something with you.
Okay.
And yes, it is true that the Kansas City Chiefs have become the #1 team, and I'm still attached to the Dallas Cowboys because they started in Dallas.
All right, so you're taking credit for it,
That's
Jerry?
right. We're attached either way, so we're still remotely second party-wise.
Indians over Cowboys.
I almost believe that. That's the kind of thing you could hear somebody justifying to take credit for.
Yeah, somebody would say that, but the Chiefs did start.
That sounds like a legitimate thing. Like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
We're
Somebody
gonna
would
take
take
credit
that.
for it.
Yeah.
It's like when Austin, like our Orlando City soccer club here in town, started honestly as Austin FC. In Austin. So and they kind of did sort of the same thing. It's like when we came here. Now they have their own team now. Right. Okay. But when that team transitioned over here and started winning championships, they're kind of like, hey, we did that.
St. Louis just got a team 2 years ago.
Oh, right on.
St. Louis City, yeah. MLS team, yeah.
I think we have. No, I don't. No, that's Louisville. No, I don't know. We have some sort of a connection there, a player connection that I'm going to blank on.
Yeah, I think it is.
Or a coach, like an ex-coach or
St.
something.
Louis?
Anyway, I think there's a connection there somehow, but I've been out of the game for so long now that I don't necessarily remember it.
Well, we're going to let you guys go because you've been flying all night.
Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep.
You're too kind. Man. We appreciate you guys so much.
Appreciate you all
giving us so much time,
awesome,
man.
Like, awesome.
Again, get your tickets. It's at the Funny Bone, Guy Torry, Tony Tone. So that's May 23rd and 24th. Is it funnybone.orlando?
Funnybone, yeah.
It's funnybone.orlando.com.
Yes.
Right.
And get your tickets before they sell out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Love you guys.
Thank y'all.
Love y'all too. And we will see you later. All right. And then are we just staying on?
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do stay on. Okay, guys, set change, and then we'll be right back.
Man, this was
It's a mediocre time with Tom and Dan.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect our name.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
You crack ass motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Easy now, my crazy selector, tear it up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Live and direct, straight out of Orlando, Florida, fire bun, fire bun, fire bun. Sound the big alarm, it's time and done, running wild, wild and wild. Strictly for the poon and the posse, y'all them roll out, y'all them roll out, y'all them roll out. Mad rude boy style. Full effect. Ride the rhythm rough. Tom and Dan mash it up. Original low town sound clash. Murderation. Boom shot. Be up Tom and Dan. Scene champion sound blazing from the swamps to the sun. All tight, all massive. We turn it up till morning light. Till morning light. Till morning light. Strictly real, no falla. Vibes are explode, lightning flash, thunder roll. Wheel it up, selector. We run it again. Bless up every yardie, every foreign Tom and Dan family. Feel life. Tom and Dan. On the airwaves, Orlando mash-up session. All lovers, all put on the chasers, come forward. Straight from the heart of Old Town. No apology. We are this, hear that, hear everything. It's Tom and Dan time. From the little yard to the big world, Tom and Dan rule the nation. from the hot heart of Old Town. No apology. We are this, hear that, hear everything. It's Tom and Don time. From the little yard to the big world, Tom and Don rule the nation.
Knock.
Who's there?
Squirt.
Squirt who?
Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
Big up Tom and Don. It's a good reggae tune. Hey everybody, we're back. Hopefully you enjoyed Guy Torry and Tony Tone. Did you get to meet Guy, Paul?
Sorta, in and out. We said hey
Tom,
to each
you
other.
didn't introduce Paul to Guy Torry?
Well, I'm always
Let's talk about that. That's funny.
bad at introducing people.
Should I have done
I've
that?
been a Tony fan since the 90s,
Yeah.
though.
Well, no, that's
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I made the same. I said the same thing to my wife this morning. I was like, and she's like, Tony. I'm like, no, Tony Tone. That's not even his name. His name is like Tony LaFontaine, I think. All right, Mr.
So his name's not Tony Tone? He's an imposter?
Well, it's just like stage
Stage name.
name.
I know.
Yeah. But stage names. I wish I. What's your rap name again?
I really don't have a rap name.
I thought you had a rap stage name.
I had a college nickname that kind of followed me for a little while.
Oh, is it? Can you say it? You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. Do you know Sean Wasson from the News Junkie? His was Clitty Bang Bang.
Wow. Mine was SHIT Cloud.
Shit Cloud.
Yeah. You can say that?
Yeah.
Is that
You can say that on.
We're
not
recording yet on the radio.
It was
Old
Shit Cloud.
Shit Cloud. That's a good one.
Why was it
That's
Shit
an Indian.
Cloud,
That's an
Paul?
Indian.
I'll tell you.
Right?
It's a good
It
one.
comes with the story.
I was working at this bar in college. And
Hold on,
Can we talk about this?
Can we talk
can
about
say
this?
S-Cloud.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
Okay, yeah,
it's
we'll say
actually
S-Cloud.
nothing weird.
Okay, all
All right,
right.
why don't we do it again? This is
Yeah.
great.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out with us. We'd love to have you join us in the chat room. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. Like and subscribe. Also, all of this in beautiful 4K. We have brand new cameras and brand new updates and videos. Just like and subscribe on YouTube.
The 18th annual Hurricane Party is coming up May 31st.
18, dude. Holy smokes. Legal.
A ton of different bands. How many total, Paul? Paul Williams is here, by the way.
Hello.
Way to put him on the spot.
Yeah.
So
25 bands.
25 different bands.
Nice. 18 is legal. 25, you can rent a car.
That's true.
Yeah.
Downtown Sanford, you can get your tickets at drinkatwestend.com or westendvenue.com.
Yep.
And
the listeners are already emailing me. This is no BS. Every year we have a guy, and I love this guy's hustle, and he will write me and go, hey, man, how can I win them Hurricane tickets? Like every year. Every year he writes me, how can I win them? And I'm like, I don't know if we've ever given them away. They're,
Let's do a giveaway.
You want to do a giveaway?
Sure.
I
Okay.
just want to give them to this one guy. I just want to take care of him, and then we're done.
Let's give him a ticket. Let's do a giveaway.
Okay. You want? Because I can
come up with something.
People will. Tracy and I can do it. Tracy and I can take care of that. Absolutely. It's one of my number one tickets that people ask for.
Okay.
By far.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because it's kind of we're inching it. It might as well be 20 years at this point. I kind of feel.
Why don't you do a post on the BDM page, and we'll give away a pair of tickets, and whoever tell your story of why you should be deserving of that.
Oh, I like that.
And then whichever comment gets the most likes wins the tickets.
Boom. There you go. We'll give away
Makes
2
it
pairs
easy.
of tickets. Thank you, Paul.
Or
Appreciate that.
we could have people guess why your nickname in college was S Cloud.
That's pretty funny.
Could do that.
Yeah.
Whoever gets close enough, closer to the pen can win the tickets.
Yeah. Before we started the show, we're just kind of shooting it a little bit with Paul, our buddy. And then he proceeds to tell us that his nickname in college was S Cloud. The S is being the
S word for doo-doo.
For doo-doo, yeah.
S word for doo-doo.
So,
that sounds like something my son would say.
Yeah.
All right. So can I guess before you tell us the story?
Go ahead.
All right.
There's no way it's guessable, though.
Okay.
Well, I like that. That means it's weird, and I support that. I'm weird.
Okay. It's spring break 2000.
Rewind.
It's spring break 98. Right.
A young
That's
Paul.
more like it.
Yeah. A young Paul Williams is in Texas.
Yeah.
For Texas spring break, and he's at.
It's a hot one.
And it's a hot.
That would have been South Padre Island.
Okay.
Okay, South Padre Island.
Yeah.
And I definitely would have been there.
Yeah, and
this is Party Paul.
Yeah, Party Paul. Party Paul. It's a level 5 scorcher.
Yeah. I mean, is the Texas Burt Kreischer? Right?
Hold on a second. That's insulting to Paul. Because you've been doing it. I think you've been doing it longer and better.
I would definitely be shirtless.
Yeah. Shirtless, beard,
bong and beers.
Did you
have long hair when we met you?
My hair fell out. My hair fell out when I was 18 years old.
No, 18?
I've been shaving my head since I was 18.
You know what that means? Maximum testosterone. That means man. I am a man.
I could grow a full beard by the time I was 13.
That means Paul's so much of a man that his face forced his head hair out. It was like only face hair. Too much of a man.
Paul, I didn't even have
your beard.
That also comes with back hair. So
yeah, that's man.
I didn't even.
Kelsey has that. It's really popular right now.
I got a laser removed.
I did too. I got my
painful.
I didn't get armpit hair until I was 15. I kissed a girl before I had armpit hair. That's how little testosterone
I had hair around my belly button when I was in 4th grade.
4th grade?
Yeah.
All right. South Padre Island, Party Paul. He is king of spring break.
Yeah.
I mean, because
king of the spring.
I feel like even back then, Paul, you probably even dabbled in some sort of bar ownership, but what I know about you is you knew how to throw a party. You knew where the party was. You know how to have a good time. Party Paul is
I was in a fraternity.
Yeah, in a frat.
Yeah.
He is in the pool, right? And he's partying. And he's been partying for days.
Peeing and partying.
Right? And then everybody's there. Everybody's partying. The bikini. This is the 90s, so it's a different time. Yeah. Wet t-shirt contests were cool.
Yeah, super soakers were cool.
Yeah. I mean, there was, you get into...
Tony.
Yeah. And then, because Party Paul's been partying for a couple days, let's say there's a rumble in his tummy. And then let's say someone throws him a beer and he jumps up to grab it, and jump,
it was a jump grunt.
Yeah, the jump, the pressure, it released.
Yeah, he did the Nike jump man, and
and it released a cloud into the pool, and therefore S Cloud Paul.
Okay,
that's not it.
All right,
but I did puke while bonging a beer once and threw French fries up through a bong.
That's good. That's good. I love that.
Right.
So the story goes, I was working at a bar in college.
All right.
And it's not as exciting as what you said. And it was pouring down rain, and nobody would take the trash out, so we couldn't go home. So I went to the janitor closet area, and I made like a rain suit out of trash bags. And I walk out, and one of the guys says, "Holy yes, it's a S Cloud." That's it.
Okay, yeah.
But it stuck. The reason why it stuck is because of all the stuff that you talked about. I had a propensity to make people drink and do shots. And,
Okay, all right, yeah. So basically,
but if you watch the movie Kingpin, that statement is in that movie when he walks out of the hotel.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Look, everybody, it's a giant ass cloud.
Yeah, and that became you.
Yeah.
What were your nicknames?
Well,
other than the obvious one that we've talked about many, many times.
Well, as a young boy in Miami, when I was 16, working at Substantial Subs.
Yeah.
Paleface. My coworkers, because they'd never seen a white person before.
What they call you?
They call me Twain because that was the whitest name they could think of.
And we tried to figure this out.
Is this
one
a
day.
Mark Twain reference?
That's what I thought. That's exactly. Man,
Yeah.
we're right here, Paul.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I said, well, they probably one of your black friends probably felt like, who's the whitest person I can think of? And they're like, oh, Samuel Clemens, the white man with a white hair, white mustache, white suit.
Yeah.
That's as white as it gets.
I work with Brian and Hugo. So they called me Twain. That's why I got my first AOL screen name, Twain305.
Yeah.
Which I still own.
He still gets porn emails.
305.
He still gets porno to that. Like he still has a copy of the Paris Hilton night vision camera video buried in Twain 305.
I imagine we all do somewhere.
I do.
What happened to night vision? It fell off. It was so cool.
It didn't.
In 2000.
I thought that was going to be in the future. I was like, in the future, we're going to video ourselves having sex with night vision all the time.
You can see at night, and then it's not a thing anymore. Why doesn't the iPhone have a night vision cam? I don't know. All right, sorry, Paul.
I think you can I think you could possibly get a.
I don't even know how that works.
Like an app or something for that. You can't get an app for that?
I think it has to be built in the camera in some way. It's not.
I
just
had one.
software.
I had remember when anything, and you'll know this. Remember when anything that was sports was yellow. Like if you had a Walkman and it was sports, it would be a yellow Walkman.
Yeah.
If you had a phone and it was sports, it would be yellow.
Yeah.
I had a mini DV camera that you and I use. In fact, I believe I shot a lot of Drunky the Bear stuff on this because I was secondary camera where I don't know people, I never got credit for being secondary camera
You never
on
do.
all of that Drunky the Bear stuff. And I was the mother effer that had the sports camera. Andrew Allen was so mad that I bought that sports camera.
You're a good guy for helping me build some boxes and film my stupid. I wouldn't do that
for nothing. For literally nothing. Do you know that he made me, and this came up via email with our friend Christine, because she's still mad that you didn't buy her dinner at Holobox.
All right.
And then we were going back and forth. He asked me back when he was in his dreamer stages. Now he's got some money and the dreams are dead. But back in his dream stage, he wanted me to help him get a hot tub from my old soccer coach's wife. I finally remembered the story. It was my old soccer coach's wife in DeLand. So we drove all the way to DeLand, and when we got there, underneath the whole thing, it was just a rotten, rusted mess. So he, being the type of person that can't stand an uncomfortable situation, was having a hard time letting the lady know that he didn't want to buy it. So we're kind of hemming and hawing. Am I right? We're hemming and hawing. I think finally I had to say, yeah, I don't know, we'll be back. And then we got in the car. You know what my payment was?
Thanks, man.
Happy Meal McNuggets.
Oh, wow.
Happy Meal.
Tangible.
Here's why money ruins your dreams is because you need to be poor your whole life and then dream about traveling the world or like seeing Hollywood, California.
Hollywood.
Yeah. And then
you are traveling the world. You are living your dreams.
No, but because when you get money and you start dabbling in your dreams, you're like, not that good.
Yeah, it does. The dreams are better than the reality.
You're like sailing. It's too hard.
Well, you're setting a precedent for yourself. This is a thing, man. I didn't grow up with anything.
Yeah.
And now that as stuff comes along, it feels cool for a while, and then you're just like, it's normalized to you. But if you have to take the step backwards, you're like, oh man, like, well, I just can't fly first class every time. Like,
you should never experience it. Yeah.
Gotta deprive yourself.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
We were just talking to Guy Torry about that. But the problem of first class, though, I've never paid for it. I've always done it through buddy passes and through the airline industry. But
I've only paid for it because I've only done it twice.
I feel like when it's done, much like lap dances and other pleasures in life, is that you have
feel gross and you're damn.
like you have like buyer's remorse after. You're like, man,
I cheated on my wife.
was that worth the extra $900? Like now that like I could have just flew like
that's because you have more of a concept of money than I do.
I do it this way: if the flight's more than 4 hours. Then I'll do first class because I'll get that's too. I start getting uncomfortable and start. I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
Like I can't be like up against someone and start sweating for that long without getting like upset.
Yeah. You're right. I guess it does work with like if you are that uncomfortable because usually I'm just sitting there and I'm like listening to a podcast or watching.
TV,
ESPN2, and then I look at it like I'm just gonna grind through it, and it could be this, or for $900 more, I could be in a nicer seat. But then I'm looking like they're paying me $900 to go through this misery, and I'm like, I'll do it for $900.
See, when I fly to Dallas, I mean, I'm white trash. I'll fly Southwest, and I'll just I'll get in there and get it done. I do have a trick when you're flying Southwest, though.
Hit me.
When I fly with my wife, because it's not assigned seating. There's usually not full flights, so we'll go. I'll make sure because I have A status. I'll make sure we get on first, and we'll go somewhere and we'll sit in a 3-row seat with a seat between us. Then I will look as fat as I can and look like I'm sick, just to not want anyone to come sit between us.
I love that.
I'll spread out and I'll like, cough.
Yeah.
Now,
no mask.
The word is out on the internet about this, like this thing because
I'll continue this behavior for the entire flight, just so you know.
Yeah, I will ham it up.
Yeah,
I can do 3 hours of coughing. No problem.
Just to counteract this behavior, I'm telling society, find the guy that you notice is doing this and sit next to him. just to dissuade this behavior, so that they don't get it all because I have to fly in the middle seat most of the time.
I'm basically turning my row into first class.
Like for me, it was
like a jerk.
It was always peace of mind. Like for me, it was always the well, I'm paying for the quiet.
Yeah.
Because like the difference in like people and what's happening in first class versus coach is, to me, I've always thought it's way different. Like coach is just wild, but in first class, everybody's like quiet. And when I was more afraid to fly, I felt like I needed that peace of mind, that quiet would like kind of settle my nerves.
This is how I know I'm still white trash though, is if I get into a first class situation, back when I drank, I would drink as many beers as I could to make up for the cost of that. It's just like when you're white trash and you go to a buffet.
Yeah.
You're not eating till you get full. You're eating till where you feel like you've made money. That's the mindset.
Yeah. You get one over on them.
Yeah.
You're like, I've eaten $1 more than this food cost.
I don't think I've been to a buffet and I want to go to one. Like I actively have told my wife and daughter before on a weekend. I'm like, yo, remember those awesome Chinese buffets we used to have here in Orlando, like Crazy Buffet? Crazy Buffet with the lady that played the piano that
was nuts.
That place was so dope, and it had so much crazy food inside of it. And I don't even, or do those places exist, or are we too healthy?
I don't know, man. I haven't gone to a buffet since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never go to buffets. Like it always.
I just want to do it for fun. It's funny, like it's a fun Saturday thing to do for like a late lunch, early dinner. You go to a buffet.
No, because you're done for the day.
Yeah,
it's a day ender.
Yeah, you go there and you just gorge yourself on dumplings and mediocre pizza and tacos.
But I also panic, and then I'm like, oh, lasagna, I'll eat that. Get lasagna.
You gotta eat it all.
And then I walk a little further, I'm like, oh, cod.
Get the cod.
And then I have a plate of lasagna and cod and apple slices. Somehow it doesn't go together.
Yes, you gotta do
God damn it.
You gotta do it.
Paul, let's talk about the new. Is it a health and wellness center?
Great segue.
It is.
Gorging yourself. Let's talk about your health and wellness center.
This is why I don't eat buffets anymore.
Yeah. Like, truthfully, it's just not good for you.
All right. So what's in there?
Okay. Will Soul Health and Wellness. WillSoulWellness.com. Nice. So it's a local health collective. Think of a what I'm shooting for is like the RDV is the Walmart version of what I'm wanting to do here. So it's a Pilates gym, colon hydrotherapy. There's a skin specialist in there, and she's also a wellness coach. There's a HRT therapist that does functional medicine.
All right.
There's a pelvic floor therapist. There's a massage therapist, and there's a person that does acoustic compression therapy, and he has a meal prepping company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
meal
lots
prepping.
of different
Hey now.
variety of
It is.
stuff. Now, let's talk about the colon cleanse.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned, we've talked about this before. This is something you've been into.
Big fan.
Yeah. You've been into a while. You've been practicing this.
Every time you tell a guy about it, they look at you like, you know.
Well, anything with your butt to most guys is that's gay, right?
Yeah.
Like, even pooping's gay, but I only do it twice a day.
The thing that you insert into yourself is the size of a number 2 pencil.
Yeah, this is all medical.
One way only.
This is the way I describe it.
Please pay before you pump.
Do you know the feeling that you have?
Oh, that's different.
I misunderstand how we're doing it here.
Know the feeling that you have when you have like really good diarrhea and it finally comes out?
Yeah,
Boy, do
how good that feels.
Boy, do I. I tell my daughter that's what I wish it felt like when she was born.
Imagine that feeling for 60 minutes, 1 time per minute.
Oh,
Whoa! That sounds. Sign me up.
Because what you do is
That's almost too much.
You try to set.
No, I want it.
1 time a minute for 60 times.
60 diarrheas a minute.
You try to let your colon fill up with water, so as much as you can.
I bet I can get the most
push
water in mine. I'm the colon king.
Dude, take it on.
You guys want to do a challenge? Colon challenge?
Someone's going to burst their colon doing this.
I can hold it.
Yeah. I want to burst. You're like, oh no.
I wonder if that could actually happen.
So, like, your first time. Sorry, I'm gonna be serious.
This is bad.
So your first time, you go there. She walks you through it. You do the part that we got to be delicate on the radio. It's going.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, this is the greatest thing. I feel amazing.
You get to watch the poo go through a tube also.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Jackass.
All medical. This is all medical.
You know, it's funny. All the information I know about this is from Jackass. That's the only time I've seen it on TV or
That's
even
where I
search
get
it
my
out.
snake information too. It's just from Jackass. That's all I know about snakes.
And then so
no one's gonna staple your cheeks together or anything like that. So.
So you're there processing this tubing for an hour?
Yeah, it's an hour-long session.
Okay.
And are you allowed to get on TikTok during it, or are you supposed to just kind of meditate?
You can do anything you want. I sit there and work on my phone or take phone calls if I need to.
You're talking to people while you're doing it.
You can. I mean, it's really.
So you're not like heavy breathing.
Anything that you would do that you would do sitting on your own toilet, you can do at this.
I cook on mine.
And you get to lay down.
I'll bring my George Foreman.
You lay down in a little. It's almost like the stirrups you'd see at a gynecology office.
Gay.
Your feet go up, and you're kind of like it's like an inverted toilet, basically. You're sitting in.
I want that. I want a sleeping toilet. I've been begging Andrea for a sleeping toilet. I'm like, I don't want to sit down. It hurts too. I just want to lay down.
Well, a Libby machine's about $40,000.
Oh, really?
Whoa, my God.
Yeah.
Do you lose weight doing that? Like, are you lighter?
Actually,
well, you're not gaining weight.
Yeah.
I think that you kind of break even because you're exiting all the stuff, but you're also hydrating from the inside out.
Oh, yeah.
So it's on the
like
weight
a
loss
cactus.
on the immediate weight loss front. Some people probably are obstructed like crazy. I mean, the first time I went, it was fireworks. I had to go back the next day, and the next day I was so blocked when I first started going. Now I go like once a month. So just to make sure.
So like your body has now kind of gotten into a routine.
Eat a lot of red
this.
meat. You need this really bad.
Yeah.
That's the John Wayne.
Here's the one thing I can say. It pretty much if you went to a colon cleanse once a month for the rest of your life, it would pretty much admonish you from ever having to think about colon cancer.
No,
because that's what gives you colon cancer is having a bunch of toxins sitting in your colon all the time.
Oh, yeah. Just growing the polyps.
That's it.
And Tom and I have constantly been stuffing our anger down into our colon. We've talked about this for decades almost.
Yeah, I just leave it there.
Yeah,
I
thought that's where it goes.
Yeah, Davy Jones locker.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy Hoffa down there.
Let's talk about Pilates. What's that like, Paul?
I love Pilates, man.
It's stretching and strength stretching, right?
It's like if yoga and weightlifting had a baby.
Okay.
I mean,
but it's a machine of some sort.
It
right?
is. So it's a reformer machine is where you do most of your work, which is it's awesome for like. I tell people that I've been going to Pilates for a couple of years and I'm in much better shape than I was. If you're trying to do stuff for yourself long term to age gracefully, like if you want to maintain your flexibility, if you want to build core strength, if you want to make sure you're balancing all your muscles, Pilates is the place to go. It's not the place to go if you're trying to shred your beach body in a month. That's not what it's for. It's not for immediate weight loss. It's for long-term dedicated, if you want to dedicate your body to something that's not. I did CrossFit for a few years, and while I've gotten good shape, it's so bad for you. It's rough on your joints. This is like for long-term health. Do you want to be able to do stuff when you're 60 or 70 years old? This is what you need to be doing for your body.
So it's funny you mentioned that because lately I've been dealing with some foot thing and whatever.
He didn't like to talk about it.
And then I've been
he has
very
a Bob Dole foot.
I've been very angry about how my old body is.
And he'll yell at me. He's like, "Don't look at my food! Don't look at it!
You should give it a shot, man. It's really it's good. It's good for like. Working on stuff like that out.
So I've been working out a lot, and then I do my stuff, and then and I see on TikTok, TikTok knows that I'm working out, so it gives me a lot of
Hi, do you have a Bob Dole foot?
Functional strength training.
Then you need this.
And then it's all about like functional strength and yoga and like just body weight stuff and like mobility, exercises, especially when you're older.
It's not exciting to kind of workouts because you're not shredding up real fast. You're getting flexible. And let's be honest. Most people's core strength is terrible. My core strength is really good because I do Pilates. I mean, I can, and as you get older, can you lay down on the ground and get back up like that? This is stuff that you're going to want to do.
How long do I have?
Like,
well, if I have about an hour and a half, I'm good.
Have you seen the one where it's like this is on TikTok? Like this will show how old you are, and then you start on your knees, and then you have to pop up.
Good luck with that.
I think I could do that. And so my point.
I know I can't do it.
My point is, I'm seeing all this stuff and all this functional strength training and like mobility stuff.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I can do that, or whatever. But then the other day, I was like, can I do that?
Oh, yeah.
And then I got on Max's breakdancing, and I could barely do half of it. And it's funny because I was like, oh, man, I've been looking at this stuff for like 2 years, and I'm just telling myself, like, oh, this is easy, without even trying it. And then when I've tried it,
How old are you now?
43.
So here's the deal. It's like, you can do that now, but this is the whole point of Pilates is you want to do this at 53? Do you want to do this at 63?
Yeah.
You want to do this at 73?
You're going to start now.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get on my knees and pop back up. Hold on.
No, I don't. I mean, you don't need to hurt yourself.
No, I'm not going to hurt myself. Hold on. Here we go.
I mean, you might be able to do it.
You can do it. I'm sure you can do it.
Hold on. All right, here we go.
It's going to hurt my...
I'm not going to do that. But
what was it?
Can you touch your toes?
Yeah, I can now. Yeah. Because I've been... Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, he's good. You're pretty flexible.
So I couldn't do that before, but I'm easily touch my toes now.
I like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
No,
sorry.
I like this, like men's with feet up straight. Somehow you can, yeah, that's good, Paul. That's really good.
I couldn't do that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, with the new hip, I'm not gonna try.
You want to tussle around?
You want to wrestle? See if we can get our peckers hard.
Yeah.
I think I got you. I got about 120 pounds on you.
You will easily throw me through the window.
Let's roll.
With a toothpick.
You want to do some aggressive yoga?
But the thing I noticed was that I was telling myself that I could do this because I'm stuck 20 years ago in what I used to be able to do 20 years ago, and time goes by and you don't notice.
You don't. That's the thing.
You don't notice how immobile you get, and then how stiff you're getting.
Oh yeah.
And then how
I'm so stiff.
And how the fact that like all these like mobility balancing, like just balancing on one leg, putting the other leg out, touching the ground, right? And then you look at it, you're like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I could. And then you're like, well, go try it. And then you're like, oh, this is harder than I thought. And then you're like, well, how long have I been fooling myself and living in the past of like where I used to be compared to where I am
I talked
now.
to a guy just a few weeks ago. He's nearly 80 years old. He teaches like Tai Chi and mindfulness meditation classes. He's really cool, and he's a super interesting guy. And he told me that something that really hit home. He said, if you don't want your body to age, you should move it in every muscle, every direction it can go once per day at least. Like take the time to go.
I'm only moving one forward a lot.
Everything that you should move it at least once per day. And don't forget, move every muscle every which way. Yeah, it does make sense.
But it's so hard, Paul.
It's so hard
because I'm lazy.
Plus,
it
requires educating yourself, right? Like you got to know the muscles and what to move, and then it requires time,
also,
and then it requires the commitment to it.
The thing about health and wellness, and I've been on this track for like 5 years now, is people always want this magic fix, and it's usually this. If you Google. If someone tells me, hey, I'm having trouble sleeping, I was like, Google how to get your best sleep. All that stuff, like it'll tell you, have a nice quiet environment. Don't, listen to sleep noise. Don't watch TV before bed. All the simple things, because it seems too simple, right? It just seems too simple. But 9 out of 10 times, that's what fixes the thing that you're trying to fix.
I know, but I want to look at my phone and swipe reels all the way to 1 second before it falls asleep.
Sure, everyone does.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's you're right. It is like, and then it's just the execution of doing this. Like I have to keep telling myself, like I said, Alexa, like do some stretching. Do like touch your toes, do the mobility routine. It's all on the internet now. It's like, it's like, and then, but even that, sometimes it's like, if I don't get into some routine that takes me years to get into, that it's just hard, but
the other thing, like,
of course it is.
90% of the people walking this earth that have normal everyday complaints can be fixed by just drinking water too. Everyone's dehydrated, and I don't understand why they want to live that way.
But I want to do a Joe Rogan ice bath, Paul.
Everybody jumps to the ice bath. You know what it is?
I've done them.
It's like when podcasts rolled out, and everybody was like, "Well, we need T-shirts first, and then we'll think about the show." Everybody jumps to ice bath first.
I had a high school trainer. It was punishment. She would, if you had any sort of injury, if you had an ankle injury, you'd have to go in a full ice bath. It was like punishment. And now people pay for these things. It's like a sensation. I remember Coach Wynn would be like, "Give me the ice bath," and you're like, "Oh man, this hurts."
Well, I heard doctors on social media. Who the hell knows? The problem is, it's like
everybody's a doctor now.
Yeah, you get all this information or whatever, but this I tend to believe more than the ice bath and the hot therapy and like the saunas or whatever. Is that like some physical therapist doctor was like, listen, 20 minutes of rest and recovery for your muscles of you just laying down with your eyes closed is like 98% of the same as an ice bath. This is like, and then they're like, like just basic recovery is essential to being healthy and stuff, and like doing so it's like, start off by just moving. Get to the ice bath after you've perfected everything else. Don't. There's like,
Are you sleeping at night? First of all,
you're not doing all the basics. Is like good sleep.
Let's talk about sleep.
Around.
Do you have a routine?
I do.
I'm bad with that.
I'm old now. I do.
I have a routine too.
I'm a lights out by 10 o'clock. I'm eyes closed by 10:30, and I wake up at 6:30 every morning. Your circadian rhythm is so essential to your sleep.
Real. Yeah.
It's real.
It's real.
You can be a high functioning adult if you get into a sleep routine. I'm telling you, if you think that you're tired and all this stuff, I went through all of this stuff, and I'm telling you, I wear the whoop just to remind myself of where I'm supposed to be and how much I'm supposed to sleep. And if you do those things, you feel like $1 million all day long, every day. I mean, I drank and stayed up late and didn't do everything. I did all that for years and years and years. And I felt like all day long, every day.
Yeah.
And I don't anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's something fun about feeling like so
Yeah.
already.
I'm 48 years old. There's a 3-year-old at my house.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
This is
There's like I go through glimmers of it, right? Like there's flashes of it being fun, and then like there's just so much pain that goes along with it.
Well, but you know what? It's you don't have any anxiety about dying because you wish you were dead.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah, you hate
When you
everything
feel-
so bad that everything's pretty good.
When you feel great, you're like, I hope I don't die. But when you feel like ass all the time, you're like, I wish I was dead. Yeah, there's that. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
sorry,
true.
Paul. So you can get your tickets for the hurricane party at drinkatweston.com.
Excellence, the king of the Segway. Yeah.
It's going to be a fun show. It's
25 bands.
Yeah, Mad Caddies are leading it off.
Dude, Mad Caddies, that's a great get. They are such
I love this band.
We play them. We've been playing them on the show before we even knew they were going to be at the Hurricane Party.
Yeah.
We work with Pirates Press Records, and they're on that label, and we get all their stuff first. So
I've been a big fan for a long
It's
time.
just such good, mellow, chill reggae, and yeah, you guys will absolutely love them.
Lots of ska this year.
Yeah, Supervillains will be there.
Big D and the Kids Table, the
That's
Pilfers.
Another good get. The Pilfers is another. That one surprised me. I'm a huge Cooley Ranks fan, so
Yeah, man, it's I'm looking forward to the
that
whole
one.
show.
I think that's probably the biggest surprise to people is that Pilfers are around.
Yeah.
and that they're playing the Hurricane Party. Like you're gonna get people, I think, that are coming from out of state. Because like you don't, that's like legendary, as Cooley said, fourth wave ska. The Pilfers, that's you're not gonna get that very often.
Yeah.
Event starts at 12. You can also still do VIP, right?
There's some VIP left right now. I think there's probably about 100 VIP tickets left.
Ooh, that's not a
So
lot.
All right.
get them while they're hot.
Yep, scoop them up, everybody.
Well, I'm gonna have to try that colon cleanse. So,
You should just come up.
Let's go together. Can we do it together?
Why don't you guys come and just do like a full spa day?
Yeah.
Get a massage, do a colon cleanse, do the
Can
whole,
we do
the
a
whole
side by
9.
side where I want to watch his poop while he watches my poop? We have a race. Can we have a race like the sperm
There's
race?
only one machine. So
Can you split can you do a splitter, like giving one headphone to your friend on a flight? You know what I mean?
Put a towel over my tube. I don't want Dane to
We'll
see
go at the
it.
same time. I'll just lay on top of
I'm
it.
gonna look at the video of his tube,
I
and
don't
then
wanna-
we'll watch his tube while I'm getting my
I don't
tube.
like looking at it.
All right.
Do you go butt to butt there, or what do you do?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. That's called the Fair Villa.
All right, we will be right back.
Awesome. We're still.
You guys remember the sleepover rules, right?
Oh yeah.
Where's that go to?
Nuts to nut or butt to butt, but never nut to butt.
Yeah. Friday 1.
Okay. Thank you for doing that, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's silly.
I remember the first time my dad told me that. I couldn't stop laughing.
All the dad phrases are the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just think of one that I forgot that he said.
My dad's full of those. He's always.
It's got to be like a Texas thing, right? It's got to be.
It is.
That's like a classic. You know what I've been watching again? And they've been doing. I just got TV back because my Bright House my Spectrum finally ran out, and I got YouTube TV.
Yeah.
And I've been using it.
YouTube TV.
I love it.
I'm doing Hulu, but I kind of want to give YouTube to see.
I dig it because the picture quality I think is fucking great. And then they have this new thing where you can get sports in 4K. And I was watching the Liverpool match the other day on my TV. I've never had anything 4K on it, and I was like, "Fuck, this is worth it." It was really, really great. But they had a King of the Hill marathon on one of the channels, and I started watching from episode 1 again. And me and some of it May can't watch, but that show's fucking great. And I thought of you because I was like, I wonder if this is.
Are you an old 97s fan?
Yeah.
So I worked at a bar in college. They played there all the time.
Really?
They were so much fun. Them. Trippin' Daisy.
Wow, those are great bands.
The Toadies.
Great
Remember
Texas
Deep
bands.
Blue something?
Yes.
All those bands before they really got.
Yeah, they hit it.
Well, I feel like old 97s never made it, but like
no,
they had the sound.
Not like the
should.
other one. Not like, especially not like Toadies.
Yeah.
Toadies exploded.
Trippin' Daisy. They used to. Those shows were awesome. They called trip shows. Everybody was fucked up. And
That's
they were
fun.
blowing bubbles all over the place. You know.
Yeah, I wondered if King of the Hill was. I was like, was that how Paul grew up? Was it like that?
propane.
Well, but just like the way that they display Texas in that show is.
My younger years, yes. I grew up in a town that was only like 250 people.
Tiny, yeah. Mine was little too.
Yeah, so it was very similar to that.
That's funny.
All right, boys, I'm going to hit the road.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you, man.
Paul Williams, nice to meet you.
What's up, John? How you doing, man?
Something, but
how are you?
Ready? Not bad. You?
Good to see you, man.
I think this is
thanks for
first
being
time I've
here.
seen you since you become
What's
RoboCop.
oh since I've been what?
RoboCop.
Yeah. How you been?
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, the leg is it's I mean it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a work in progress.
Mm-hmm. I assume it's the muscles that are the hard thing to get used to.
Yeah, but the femur broke. So yeah. So
during or
during.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually not during. At the end. So the story is, he went in, he hand chiseled it. They went in, drilled the hole, drove the spike in, put the titanium ball on or whatever, then strapped me back in, sewed me up. I looked great. Like he was very proud of it. Then I guess they put you in almost like a machine. No, not a machine, but they're going to set you, right? Because they have to make sure that everything's even and lines back up, And when they were doing that, they heard a snap. And it's not like a huge break or anything, it was just a tiny, and from what he explained, it was at the very top. Mm-hmm. So what they do to remedy that is they wire it up to make sure that it doesn't travel down the bone. Mm-hmm. But the bad thing about that is instead of it being, here's your new hip, 8 weeks later, you should be getting there. Mm-hmm. I'm 6 weeks behind that. So I had to do 6 weeks of healing the femur and then do the 8 weeks of the normal shit. So
I had God, this is in the 80s, 90s. My grandmother, like her knee was so no cartilage. Like it sounded like she was walking on wooden floorboards, but it was her knee.
Yeah.
And my aunt worked in a hospital and showed her photos of a knee surgery gone bad.
Yeah.
So she never got it. She should have gotten it.
Yeah, it's
like it was literally like yours. It was like basically the glue, the joint fell out.
Yeah.
On some person.
Yeah, my joint's fine. In fact, I can still I can do weird shit with my leg I couldn't do. Like I can put this leg completely under my ass and sit on it now, and it looks weird. It also feels weird because it's something something I've never done. Because of the way my pelvis is shaped.
You've been exercising, or it's actually
Yeah, every morning. Yeah, I get up at I've been doing since I got cleared. I've been getting up at 5:30, and then going straight up to the 4th floor, and then doing stretching, and then doing a warm up, and then doing a 30-minute full ride to get it moving. Because I'll be cleared into this week for next week. I can ride outside. He just doesn't want me crashing and ruining what he fixed, Yeah.
Hang on, nuking something.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Well, I'm just putting, and then I put a splash of caffeine. It's gross. We'll just have to record a small little segment for the end of Friday.
No big deal.
Well, I didn't know if you guys didn't know, or I was listening. You were talking about buffets.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any of the Brazilian steakhouse buffets in town?
Yes, I've done the
Texas de Brazil.
Yeah. What's the other one? Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
That's the one I haven't been to. I heard it's really good, and I heard it's cheaper or a little bit more of a value.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a good Chinese buffet left. There are two I know of, but I don't trust either one of them. One's up in Maitland. There used to be Barn Hills buffet.
Yes.
It's up there. It's a Chinese place in what used to be Barn Hills. And then there's the one on the way to the airport. I think it's called Super Orient or something like that. But yeah, I'm a little scared of.
Yeah.
But yeah, Crazy Buffet I was not afraid of.
I loved Crazy Buffet. I mean, Crazy Buffet was, it always seemed super upscale and super nice and pretty, and the piano player is a sucker for the old Asian lady playing the piano. I thought that was super awesome. All right, let me get your camera dialed in here. we go. I like your beard.
Oh, thank you.
I am growing mine out as well, as you can see. I am going for full hobo, and I'm not cutting my hair either.
Mine.
One more run.
The second I get a job interview, I'll shave it.
Yeah.
But,
it looks good though.
You
and I can grow beards. So, some people can't grow beards, and they get real sad about it.
I had a few years.
I just have to make sure he's listening.
I don't even remember. Yeah. So I've been on oral chemo for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
So 6 months ago they scaled back the amount, so I can grow a beard again.
It's a good ass beard too, man.
Like I used to have like. Well, I still don't. Yeah, like I used to have hair on my chest. That went away. Chemo killed that.
Really?
yeah.
You know, it took
powerful shit.
Used to have hairy arms. I getting a little bit back, but yeah. I didn't look like a bear. But
it's pretty awesome though that your body can go like, nope, we're coming back. Yeah. Good. That's killer.
You couldn't grow a beard at the time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, real scraggly.
Really
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it's
still weirdly curly. Like I got to fight back the ones that just go.
No, you just get a brush. You'll be fine. Looks good. All right, T. Would you like to begin?
Sure.
Here we go. And 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. John Graham's here. How you doing, John?
Howdy.
Hey, good to see you, man. Now, there is a bit of confusion because I think we call this something different than he's actually trying to brand it.
Is it What's in My Mouth
and
with
the
John
only
Graham?
theme song I have is this one. The
What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? In my mouth? It's not a penis.
All right.
Have I heard this version before?
Yeah, I think they have, right?
Okay.
We play this one. They bring it back around.
I thought it was like It's Not Fish or something like that.
They bring it back around.
It's not a penis.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like it when he
Can you
comes back
say that,
around.
or-
Yeah, I think he can. It's clinical.
How you been, John?
Not bad.
Good to see you, man.
So I noticed you microwave some stuff.
Yeah.
For
You
us
want
today.
to start there?
Well, let's explain the
It
bit.
smelled up
Yeah,
our
okay,
whole
still people-
studio.
Yeah, let's explain the bit first.
I'm sure many people remember exactly what the concept of this is. But,
I don't know. Our listeners a little slow on the uptake.
So yeah, basically, what new weird foods are out there in the supermarkets, the grocery stores, the convenience stores, that kind of thing.
And I feel like they're rolling out. And yes, my voice cracked. I'm very emotional when John comes in and brings food. I feel like they're rolling out a lot of kind of different crazy flavors. Like I noticed that last night, my daughter in the dance world, candy is just like king.
Oh, sure.
You know, you gotta always these kids are always like, they need a little pick me up. And Maisie had some sort of it was like a sweet tart gummy, but it was like sweet tart gummy, and then the flavors were like, this one's sriracha cotton candy, and I'm like, that's not a thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think we are officially almost entering a time when people are just throwing anything at the wall just to be absurd.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I call it the skibbity toilet. And what I mean by that is there is this new form of absurdity that young people, I'm not even making jokes about it, no different than our absurdity. We had it. My bum is on the rail. It's nothing is different, nothing is original. Kids are doing the same sort of thing right now, and I think that some products that John brings in, when you get a really weird one, sometimes I think that the board is like, do something absurd because it will sell. Do something crazy because it will get attention.
Well, someone will put it on TikTok or some reel of it, and that's where the free marketing money flows in. That's where you want, you know. So it's almost like you just keep throwing things at the wall until someone gets a viral video, and then you're like, justified.
Yeah.
Because this is, by my calculations, $10 million worth of advertising.
Sure.
That this brand just
Well,
got.
one I don't have because I can't get it here is there's a new Oreo. There's always a new Oreo. There's one that's chocolate-covered pretzel.
I've heard about this, yes.
But as near as I can tell, they're not in Florida.
Also, I've heard it's very good and hard to find. Those Post Malone Oreos, I was a very big fan of. Very much.
No, my son's
There's a new, I don't remember what it's in it. There's a new, I think they announced just in the last day or so, a Selena Gomez Oreo.
I will eat a Selena Gomez Oreo, but that sounds gross. When you said that, I would have eaten it then, and I'll eat it now.
All right, let's.
You want to talk about weird? So Walmart has some exclusives on ramen noodles.
Okay, hold on.
Tom has the old El Paso branded.
I'm
version.
gonna say something that's
Mexican. Ramen noodles.
Yeah,
Like
put
I
it up
said
to put the label up again. I'm gonna say what I say. I'm going to make it. This is a very big hot take.
Okay.
Old El Paso, their American style yellow corn, the ones that you bake in the oven, are the best ones. Taco Bell, you can eat it. All the other ones are like those are the ones I like. The old El Paso bread. My mom bought those.
Yeah.
Carol Marie Dennis bought old El Paso, and I still stand by them.
It's funny how a brand does actually work psychologically because you're like, old El Paso.
That's the one, yeah.
Doing it like they used to. It's like, this is just some mega factory, corporate mega factory.
They put the paprika in a cup.
Yeah. Who the hell knows where it's even produced? But it's there's scientists in a mega factory making this. It's not nothing.
They're not scientists.
General Mills says,
no, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a giant mega corporation.
Yeah, General Mills like, okay, we own Old El Paso. What other products can we put it on? So this is a birria flavored ramen noodle. It's Old El Paso. They're also doing Totino's.
Oh my
wow!
God. Oh
Was
my
it hot
gosh.
or
Hot.
okay?
Oh my God!
Burn my
Do we have video of that?
He ejected that across
I
the
think
room.
we have a video of that.
I'm sorry.
My
That was burning hot.
Oh my God! Do you not know how to?
Should I have not told him?
What do you have no
It's
feelings?
soup.
You know what? You don't have any feelings. You're like, I don't even know what's hot or what's cold. You're like one of those kids. The kids that has a temperature disease. He gets in the boiling lava, doesn't know. He can't feel pain.
Well, I knew it was warm.
Oh my God! Give me that.
But it wasn't
You went for the center. Never go for the center.
I closed my mouth on it, and it was just burning, scorching hot.
All right, here we go. You just get a little bit and blow on it, dude.
I think there's a fajita flavor too, but this is the birria. It's okay.
So tastes like Mexican flavored chemicals.
pretty much.
Yeah, which is but
it's
not
only
bad.
200 calories. You know what?
Nobody turns to microwave
That's not
ramen
bad.
for quality.
No,
I will tell
salty
you right now,
noodles.
that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I would eat that for lunch. You know, that's a better than nothing lunch. That's not bad.
You got just some salty noodles.
Maisie
right?
would eat that. Like 100%.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
Maisie approved salty noodles. Oh my God. Her and Marshawn just mowing down the salty noodles.
Now, do people still? I remember there used to be a construction worker trick at 7-Eleven. Can you still get like free nacho cheese and free chili?
No, they kind of monitor that now, where people can go in, because the guys that used to go in there, you'd go in there and you'd make like a microwave meal, but then you'd really just go to the hot dog area and just put all the toppings for the hot dogs on your microwave meal, and you basically just have like a bigger,
mega
better
meal for
Just dump
some
a bunch of
super
nacho
cheap.
cheese in your noodles and
Yeah.
scoot.
By the way, how do you not have diarrhea after like
You
how?
do.
But you're driving in a.
But it's construction worker diarrhea. Real man diarrhea.
Yeah. But I'm saying for the yard guys out there, you know, but there's a problem with urine bottles. Have you? This is big down in Miami, actually.
Yeah. No, you find them around here
Then
sometimes.
somebody hits it with
too.
a lawnmower.
Well, because a lot of the yard guys, the yard crews, they drive around and there's no porta potties anywhere, and then it's like you have a big trailer, so stopping at McDonald's and stuff, you know, can be a pain. And then like I feel like if you frequent a gas station too much and you have your whole crew use their bathroom, like the people inside the gas station are gonna start like putting out of order signs.
Well,
like,
it holds
you know,
it up too. The parking lots are too small. Like the one at Corinne, my 7-Eleven, the crews try to go in there, they can't. It's too small.
Yeah, because you have a giant trailer. Anyway, so they just go in bottles, and then now you have a bunch of these bottles in your truck, and you're just like, I'm just going to throw it out to the woods.
Yeah. Well,
And,
it's more fun. I mean, you could empty the bottle into the woods, but you don't. You could empty the bottle like out your door and no one would ever know. But you don't do that. You choose to throw a bright yellow or bright brown, very dehydrated.
And then the city crews come by with the giant lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they hit them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love it.
Where did they throw their BB? City crews.
They just pee in their pants. They wear diapers.
So old El Paso ramen, pretty good.
I give that one out of all the, because this is not to insult you.
I didn't make
These
any
are
of
the
this
I know, but some of the products you've brought in, I think the last one you had was a rough go. We had some stuff in there that we were like, what the hell is this?
Well, I got like way too many potato chips, so I got like 6 different.
You can
potato
never
chips
have
right
too many potato
So
chips.
here, I'll
The
hand you
Dennis's are a potato chip family.
Lay's potato chips has 3 new flavors out there right now where you can actually vote and decide which one is the best.
Okay.
A person, not a food scientist, but a regular person out there invented these 3 flavors, and somebody will win. I think they call it $1 million prize, not $1 million. So I don't know what the difference there is.
$1 million prize.
So here's one. I'll give him to Dan. Bacon grilled cheese. Give those a try.
Oh, bacon grilled cheese.
Here's do you like spicy stuff, Tom?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Valentina. You know,
Yeah.
Valentina hot sauce
Valentina
is great.
and lime.
All right.
I could have done without the lime, but Valentina is awesome.
Valentina is my favorite. The Valentina Extra Hot is my favorite. Grocery store brand hot sauce. All right, these are Valentina lime.
So Dan,
Lay's.
bacon grilled cheese. They're very cheesy.
But I got the bacon too.
Mm.
They're not bad. I don't like the bacon flavor on those.
I'm gonna give you these. Also, wavy Korean style fried chicken flavored.
Those Valentina Lay's are good.
They smell good.
Yeah. That's signature Valentina right there.
Oh yeah, that's bomb.
Oh yeah.
Here, let's try these. Throw those
You
into
know
the
what?
mix.
I gotta have to give those to you. Take those away.
Korean style.
Like, honestly, John,
chicken.
My me and my daughter cannot be trusted with potato chips. We will straight crush a bag. I love potato chips.
So these are Korean.
Those
fried
Valentina,
chicken.
those Valentina chips would be good on a torta. Make a little Mexican sandwich and crunch them up on the top.
That one's a little more interesting.
Tom's thinking?
Yeah.
This is Korean style.
Do not care for that one.
Like I never say it right. Gochujang. Is that the Korean?
Gochujang.
Yeah. A little bit of that on there.
A little gochujang.
It's kind of like I didn't need
Gochujang.
the Korean
Gochujang.
the Korean fried chicken flavor on anything else but Korean fried chicken.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like I
I
didn't really
agree.
need it on Lay's chips. The Valentina worked.
The
because-
Valentina works.
Because hot sauce adds to the meal, right? So it makes sense that flavor added to the chip. This flavor, Korean fried chicken, did not add to my chip.
Yeah, it doesn't work as much.
Confused me. I was like, ooh.
It's a sideways flavor. You know who got it right? It's like Poland. Like when they do I think their most famous flavor of Lay's is like ketchup.
Oh, sure.
And they're
big in
awesome.
Canada. Canada
Yeah,
loves ketchup
and they're
flavored
just
chips.
bomb. Because it's just like we put something that would taste good on here. We didn't go crazy.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
good on potatoes? Put some ketchup powder on there. Oh, it'll be delicious.
Yeah,
There
it
you
makes
go.
sense.
We're geniuses.
One I haven't been able to find here yet is Utz has a lemonade flavored potato chip.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
see, that's
I
what I'm
don't-
talking about.
I don't
That's
know
the-
lemons involved.
That's the
See,
absurdity.
I think it's got some of this. Yeah, exactly. But some of the same things. Like the Valentina's got the vinegar bite, so it's gonna
Yeah.
have that sharpness.
Now a
little
lemon
sweet.
party flavored potato chip. I'm down.
I gotta go.
Have you seen that, John? No.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Oh yeah.
We'll show it to you.
Yeah. Before you leave, remind me to show you lemon.
Remember that was
party.
actually a joke on 30 Rock a million years ago?
Yeah.
Because Liz Lemon was her name, so she said she was talking about a lemon party, and they were like, wait,
It was one of the original internet jokes.
Yeah. I used to put it on Andrea's computer all the time.
Oh, yeah. We used to put it on Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson's computer.
Yeah, he'd get mad as hell.
Yeah, He'd get super mad.
You're not turning me gay.
And then react by something. He would freak out, but he'd still be looking
Fall
at
out of
it.
his chair. I'm gay.
And then he closed his laptop, and I'm like, well, it's still playing in there. At the
Then he'd open his laptop back on, and it'd still be there. He'd have to close it again. Yeah.
And they tried to drag my computer into the recycling bin.
R.I.P.
All right.
R.I.P. Our favorite dead pervert.
So, what
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let's palate cleanser. I got 3 more potato chips, so
all
let's
right.
do a soda. This is 7-Up. I brought the zero sugars on both of these.
Oh, thank you for
We got
doing that.
7-Up Zero Sugar Tropical.
Oh, these are ice cold.
dig up
My
the other one
God.
for
Yeah.
Tom. Hang
Yeah.
on.
You know, I haven't had a 7-Up in a long time.
And from what I
You know,
remember,
just go to Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I from what I remember, 7-Up was more spicy, more bubbly.
I played the 7-Up Sega Genesis video game they had.
Oh, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Now, what do you think? So it's basically 2 flavors other than the 7-Up lemon lime.
Yeah.
There's a drawing on the can, but some people can't tell what that is exactly. What do you think it is?
It looks like a peach and a lime, or peach and
close.
lemon.
Peach and mango.
Mango. It's good.
I didn't know peaches were tropical. I
Yeah,
thought they
this
were
is
Georgia,
nice. I mean,
but,
it's
yeah.
not my normal flavor. It's not, but it's nice. I can see where people might like this. It's light.
So the 7-Up Sega Genesis video game.
With the spot?
The spot.
Yes.
He'd jump around and you'd be collecting little dots.
This is when we first had we would love the character that the company made, and we didn't see how disgusting it is.
Yeah, it was just corporate marketing.
Yeah, like the Noid. At the same time, the Noid for Domino's was the same time the Spot for 7-Up.
Yes, we didn't understand like
we were being brainwashed to love the. Like I love the Noid. I want to marry the Noid. I want to buy a toy of the Noid.
Yeah. This is all just corporate.
Was it the
greed.
Noid game? I remember one of them. It was clear they just bought somebody else's game and put the Noid in it. Did the Noid have a gun or something? There was something really weird about the Noid video game.
I don't want to open.
Too shook up?
Yeah. No, I think he just doesn't want to waste it. It's 0.
Is it a different flavor though?
No, they're the same.
They're the same. You can try it after me. Yeah, I think it's good. It's nice. It's not what I would drink, but the mango flavor and the what did we say it was? Peach. I think it works.
Yeah. And
for me, it's kind of like it doesn't jump out as either one of those flavors to me. Just like what is juicy fruit? I like juicy fruit gum, but I have no idea what that is.
It'd be good on a hot day.
Or we put some vodka and make a mixed drink.
Yeah, it'd be good for a mixed drink. But I think more than anything, that in an ice chest, you're outside. Like you come in from running with the boys, and normally you're gonna guzzle water, but you know how good it feels when you're outside hot and somebody hands you a Sprite.
Yeah.
So you slam a 7-Up Zero. That'd be great.
Yeah. But I want the full fat. That's a
Well, you can have that, but you don't need the sugar. All right, what else you got?
Okay, back to the chips here. I'll let Dan read these off. There's 3. They're all in a series of Pringles.
This one makes me angry because that is fake.
Which part is fake?
Beer can chicken. I've always had a horrible. I'm at war.
Well, here, hang on. Look at these. There are 3 Miller Lite branded Pringles. Take a look at those 2.
John,
drop that one. Sorry, buddy.
What do you think the advertising or marketing trade deal or whatever it is with Miller Lite and Pringles? Like
how much money was exchanged?
Well,
they're branching out because, like, I also know I saw there's a Miller Lite charcoal for grilling now.
So
it's just a summer promotion, right?
I'm sure.
All right, so this is beer can chicken. I'll take.
So Miller Lite can't promote Pringles per se on their marketing, but so Pringles can promote Miller Lite. So does Miller Lite pay Pringles for this, or do they make some trade? Because
I'm sure they're both making money.
The brand, because Miller Lite drinkers will maybe gravitate to Pringles and buy this product because the brand of Miller Lite is so ingrained.
God, the lame-o warnings they have to put on this are ridiculous. This product contains no alcohol and is intended for adults of legal drinking age. That's insanity.
There's no actual beer in there?
I hate beer can chicken because it is a myth. The beer does not go into the chicken. It doesn't steam your chicken. It does nothing. You're just cooking the chicken upright. It's a myth. It's fake. But these are good. These beer can chicken Pringles are really good.
What does it taste like? Chicken?
Tastes like chicken.
Interesting. All 3 of them don't have any meat in them. They're all kosher. They're all dairy kosher, which means there's no meat in it.
It's just chicken seasoning on it. It's like the same seasoning that you would get.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
He knows. This guy, you cook a lot. I can tell. Those are good. They're not bad. That's not bad at all. That's like, I'll try the other ones here too.
I don't know why it bothered me. I'm like, who is paying who?
I know.
What is it? Like, because...
Well, I mean, Miller is its own company, so it's not going to be, not like General Mills with the potato chips. Not sort of those
Miller
chips,
Coors, it has nothing to do with Pringles, so it's not in the same, but so it has to be Miller Coors paying Pringles to have this on the chip aisle. That way people look at this and are reminded, oh, let me pick up some Miller Lite, right? And there's no way because what would Miller Lite offer?
Well,
or could it?
Have you looked at Miller Lite lately? Before we even answer that, you'd have to go down the beer aisle and make sure that Miller Lite doesn't have a Pringles can on there saying, don't forget to get Pringles for the big game. They may be a complete and
some
utter
marketing trade.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out,
they're 2 of the biggest brands in the world. Pringles and Miller Lite. The fact that you can even
Miller Lite's bigger, right?
The way giant companies work, I'm sure both of them are writing the other one a check for some reason.
Right. There's some weirdness there. And the fact that the Miller Lite can is on there is weird as well, because normally you don't get like a full representation of alcohol on another product.
Like, I don't know if you remember, about a year ago I brought in at Aldi's. They have I think it's O'Clancy's or Clancy's chips, and they always have weird flavors. And they did a beer brat flavored chips, but it's just beer. It's not Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe that the Miller Lite brand is so big that Pringles is like, this will help us.
It's also 50 years of Miller Lite right now.
Is it?
I think it is. They're doing a huge push where you're going to see a lot of heritage cans rolling out. They're kind of going heavy on their where the original light beer, kind of a thing. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of sports, and I've been seeing a lot of 50-year. I think it is 50 years of Miller Lite.
But then also, maybe you would think, though, if you're buying chips for your kids or whatever, like that's a big market, you would probably not buy this because you don't want the beer can.
They have 12 other flavors for the kids.
No, I know. So,
it's a bold move.
But
I think
it's got to be Miller paying Pringles. I think that's what I would guess.
I think it's a bold move, but I think so. Do you think Pringles approached Miller?
I have no idea. They may want to. I mean, the marketing always fascinates me because I'm like, what? Why did this relationship even happen? It must have been because both these companies have giant marketing agencies that they pay millions of dollars to. So this is even outside of their own building. It's like they pay some huge marketing agency, and so that marketing agency came up with this idea and made a deal. Just the details of the deal is what I want to know, which we'll never find out because it's all behind.
Well, my question is always: would these taste? If the deal was with Budweiser, would these chips taste different?
No, it'd be the same because the whole deal is just this picture on the can that's going to be in grocery stores. And so it's just like that's what they're paying for. But I'm like, are they paying? Or maybe it's like some trade. It's like, hey, we've got extra TV time we'll give you in this because we buy so much. Or I don't know. It's like anyway. Sorry, John. What's next?
No, I'm trying to find out to see if any.
I don't think you can
sometimes
find
they
out.
do link stuff like this in like Fast Company or you never know, but.
I couldn't remember if I brought this in before.
Did we do orange cream?
This is orange
Coke?
cream.
We may have done
Coke.
this.
Did you do this one?
Yeah, I think we did do this one.
You want one?
I'll drink.
I'll drink it later. It's delicious.
Cool. Well, then I'll jump right over to, let's see, I got two. Here, tell you what, I'll do this first. This is really more of an ingredient, but do you like feta cheese?
Oh, I love feta cheese.
So this is feta cheese with tahine.
Oh, my God.
It comes pre-sprinkled, which is funny considering, to me, it's a great idea. It's like, Greek and Latin together. Be great on a salad, great on a sandwich.
It's two of my daughter's favorite foods. I kept
but you
her
could
all
also
the
make
time.
it yourself.
My daughter's always in the counter. She'll take the tahine out and just put it in her hand and just start licking her palm. I'm like, get out of there.
This is the Athenos brand.
That's delicious.
Let's see this.
It's just like tastier feta cheese. It just made
Oh,
feta
yeah,
cheese
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
spicy feta cheese.
That's
that's
good.
great.
That is good.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Well, here, let's wrap it up. Or go ahead, Tom. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Oh, that's a little. That gets you in the fillings. Holy,
Yeah,
that'll creep up on you a little bit.
Got two new Pop-Tart flavors. Girl Scout cookie brand.
That'll work. That'll work.
Here, Tom, you want to grab that one first?
I think that'll work.
Again, so who's paying who?
It's another collaboration.
I would hope it's not costing the Girl Scouts a lot.
Well,
yeah, right.
I would hope they're making money on this. But yeah.
Like Pop-Tarts paying Girl Scouts of America because that makes sense to me in that aspect because Pop-Tarts is benefiting by the Girl Scout cookie brand awareness they've been putting out there.
And they even say on here that Girl Scout powers life-changing experiences for girls. This is officially licensed by the Girl Scouts as a USA nonprofit.
For folks who can't see the packaging, we have two. We have Girl Scout Frosted Thin Mint Pop-Tarts and Frosted Coconut Caramel Pop-Tarts. And the reason they call them that is in some parts of the country it's Caramel Delights, and some parts of the country it's Samoas. So they didn't want to put both names of those cookies.
Oh, I thought they got rid of Samoas because it's kind of like a racial term. Like, get out of here, you Samoas.
Samoa's a place.
No, I know, but like it does sound.
People thought it'd be just because it sounded like Samoa.
Yeah, because like
it sounds like a slur even though it's not.
If it sounds like a slur, people are like, we got to get that out of here.
It's like the old Office joke where I think someone says Mexican, and then Michael Scott's like, or someone's like, you can't say that. You can't say Mexican.
I can't say for sure, but I would think it's because most people don't realize not Pop-Tarts, Girl Scout cookies are actually made in two different bakeries, and they use different recipes. So depending on what part of the country you're in, Thin Mints will actually taste a little different.
I like the coconut caramel one. That's my favorite Girl Scout cookie.
I'm gonna take a little.
Okay,
I'm gonna try the Thin Mint one because I feel like that's the one you gotta try.
The thing for me is like they're both like they're not going to have the texture of a Thin Mint or a Samoa. They have the obviously it's chocolate and mint. What do you think?
It's very good, but it's just loaded.
Still tastes like a Pop-Tart.
Delicious sugar. You know?
Oh yeah, that is really good.
That's really good. With milk.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing is
Those are
like
great.
Pop-Tart could obviously just take a chocolate and mint and make them chocolate mint Pop-Tart, right? I mean, it would taste
may
exactly the
have.
same.
Probably, I don't know. They've made enough
They may
flavors.
have.
They're probably
I
the
bet you
one,
they
but-
have.
Yeah, but by adding the Girl Scout like branding to it, then it's
Vouches for
the people have a whole bunch of different feelings about it, like Girl Scout cookies, like the nostalgia of that, or like I know everybody talks about Girl Scout cookies. I'm looking forward to.
Or
like,
your daughter's
the
a
year.
Girl Scout.
Yeah, and then it's I want to support them because obviously they and like all that comes with just. This, the taste will be the exact
What
same.
would be a Boy Scout flavored Pop-Tart? What would that taste like?
They said they only sell stinky popcorn.
Okay.
So
They
they got
stinky popcorn.
sell
flavored
some
Pop-Tart.
cookies,
Were
Boy
the Boy
Scouts.
Scouts even called the Boy Scouts anymore? Isn't it just like the Scouts or something?
Or did they?
I think they because
Tracy's
they're
boy
letting
was,
in girls into the Boy Scouts now too. So I think they changed the name of the group.
What?
Yeah.
They let girls into the Boy Scouts.
Yeah. But,
What do they let boys into the Girl Scouts?
not in my America. Oh my God! I don't know why.
I don't think the Girl Scouts are having.
I have no
Oh my
idea.
God.
I don't think the
Hey,
Girl
one
Scouts
Pop-Tart.
are. I think it's just a practical thing. I don't think it's boys and girls. I think it's that
Yeah.
Boy Scouts are not as popular as they used to.
We just call it Scouts now with a Z on the end.
yeah.
It's cool.
And we've had a lot of problems with, with
These camping trips were pretty pretty bad.
Having a groups of boys attracted, like chum the waters.
I know where I'll
Yeah, the
take,
website is just Scouting America.
I know where I'll take the boys
Yeah.
to a place, a completely remote place where no one's around.
And we should have taken the people that are most excited about doing this. Why were they so excited? Anyway.
Tracy's son, I think, was a Boy Scout for a minute.
Yeah.
And he did that for a while.
My buddy Pudge was an Eagle Scout, like Boy Scouts all the way, and then he did an Eagle Scout, which is apparently really hard to achieve, and like people look at it as a
Didn't
like,
he
they
get
put
a-
in resumes.
He got a medal from Obama or
Yeah.
something, right? Did he? Like,
I went to his Eagle Scout ceremony. It was a long Nautica polo, Tommy Hilfiger pants, and then I was like, "This is stupid."
he got a big white K-Swiss. Big, giant, chunky white K-Swiss. He got long Tommy, pull my fingers. And what kind of shirt? A Nautica? Long Nautica?
A long maroon
And you
Nautica.
got Eminem hair. Bleached Eminem Caesar cut. That's awesome. Congratulations, Pudge, on being an Eagle Scout. I'm Tom Van. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but I wish my sons had the the want to become Eagle Scouts or be in some sort of organization. They don't want to do it, John. How do I?
Well, they're in classes and stuff. They're joiners.
No, Max is, but Tommy doesn't want to do anything. But then I remember I didn't want to do anything either. So, but then I hate myself. They're like, don't turn out like me. Anyway. So, John, anything new been happening with you lately? Been traveling?
No. Well, going to Iowa this weekend.
All right.
Then that's where I grew up. So.
Yeah. What part of Iowa?
It's not going to be interesting no matter what the answer is. Davenport, Iowa.
Hey, it's a small
the Quad
town.
Cities. It's medium size.
Okay.
It's weird there because what direction does the Mississippi River run in your mind?
South.
Yeah, north and
What
south.
are you, a
pretty
serial
much,
killer? That's what a serial. Which direction does the Mississippi
because
River run?
where I
in
grew
your
up,
mind?
it runs east and west as far as you can see. That's why they built the city there because the river slows down.
Oh, okay. Is this part of the bend of the river? Okay.
Like Iowa has that lump on the side. So, that border is the Mississippi River. So it's just kind of right there at the bottom is where they put some cities.
When you go back to the town you grew up in, do you see people you went to high school with? You see old friends or?
No, screw those people.
No, okay.
No.
I like that.
No, I wasn't a big. I mean, I see friends from when I was high school age, but none of them are from my high school.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What do you do when you go back hometown? You just,
Oh, what do I do? Yeah, see family, see friends. Didn't everybody find the restaurants they used to eat at? And,
And then you go and complain about how it's not the way
yeah,
it used to
like
be.
Iowa Mexican food, which is even less Mexican than Taco Bell, but it's what I was eating when I was 16 years
So
old.
you're
I go back
into
and
it. Yeah. I have a lot of restaurants that are like that, like because food has it's very triggering to me. Flavors are.
Yeah, smell is
yeah.
one of the biggest memory triggers. That's why we're so nostalgic. And then food is so nostalgic to
like
humans.
I'll walk into the Holiday House or Cook's in DeLand, and it freaks me out. Like I'm like, whoa, you know, like.
Yeah, you remember that.
Then I started having like visions of my mom and dad being still alive, and I tear the place apart. I just start swinging my arms like an I just started to have a full psychiatric breakdown. I started tearing the turkey off the walls.
If you want to contact John, thatguyontv.com is his website. And John, thank you so much for
appreciate
always
you being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Coming by, and we'll see you again soon, and we'll see you in a minute.
This thing crashed. That's why I had to do I was doing a little behind the scenes fixing. Sorry about that.
No, all good.
We're good.
See, you're better at that than I am. I was like, oh, what are you going back to? Cleaning out my dead mom's house.
Oh, man. Sorry, why did I bring it up, John?
I've been there and done that.
I'm fine. It's just like, that's not a fun story.
Yeah,
so what else can I say? Because, we got to deal with, that'd be a nice piece of furniture to have. Is it worth getting it to Florida?
I was just talking about this with Paul. Paul was just in there. I hired people when my mom passed. I hired people to come
Guy
in.
Torry was talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about the Guy Torry, and I hired this couple, and they were really awesome. But they came in and they like slowly went through everything and made sure it was all good, and then they just sold everything, and then they they took their cut, their percentage, and it was just like, I don't know, probably really good I did that.
Yeah, I'm dealing with it's.
Are we done for here?
Yeah, we're done.